Edmonton Sports Talk. My God, I love it.
My name's Jay Milne. #Blue.
Our sports update deliverer. The Coon.
I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up today.
You know what, Reid?
You might be on this.
All right, here's what's going on in the NAX U15. Oh my goodness, we're out of the cage. We are out of the cage. What a day here. Such great hospitality from Boston Pizza in Devon. We're here for Pizza for Ben until Saturday. If you order a pizza at Boston Pizza, portions of the cost will be donated to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Fantastic.
Which is awesome. So that starts today here at Devon, most BP locations around the province. And Ben's parents, Mike and Lea, are going to join us between 4 and 4:30. So it'll be nice to catch up with them and talk about the ongoing work that the Ben Stelter Foundation does and the ongoing inspiration that Ben has been. Yeah. Both, as he battled cancer and since unfortunately we lost him a few years ago. So that'll be coming up on the show today. We'll talk a little bit about not a little bit about the orders. We may talk a lot about the orders.
I wish we could talk a little bit about
maybe
them.
You know what? We're going to do some other fun stuff today that
Yeah.
I think people are going to enjoy, but we will chat about the orders. Stinker last night in Buffalo. Look ahead to the game tomorrow against the Washington Capitals. That's a 5 o'clock game, so we're going to have a halftime on this show. We're going to go from 3 to 4. Tom will go from 4 to 5 with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, and then we'll be back on from 5 to 6. So that's tomorrow here on Edmonton Sports Talk, all presented by Play Alberta. I got the Play Alberta very comfortable hoodie on today. Now, since we are on location, we're out of town.
Yeah, this is a road trip.
You don't live in Edmonton.
This is a road trip.
Nothing for you, though. Was this closer for you to come than go to work? Zip across, the South Henday?
Yeah, I took the southeast lane of the Henday up towards Highway 2 and then head south to the airport.
Right.
Head west.
Oh, I thought maybe you went to the airport and took your chopper here.
I was thinking about it.
Remember Jimmy Graham with the Seahawks used to take a little, what do you call the planes that can land on water?
Puddle jumper.
Puddle jumper? What are they called? Pontoons?
Pontoon boats.
Well, yeah.
Well, pontoon planes.
Yeah, he used to fly up the coast to Seattle to go to practice.
Yeah, he did actually.
Yeah.
That's true.
Maybe you took the Milne chopper.
No, it was a little. The weather was a little dicey. It was definitely longer for me to get here because from my house I just get west on Yellowhead. It's like 25 minutes from my house to work. Is everything okay?
Yeah, I think so. I think you might have been a little louder than me, which is unusual.
That wouldn't be the first time somebody told me that. Yeah, this is great here.
Yeah, this is awesome here. So yeah, we've been broadcasting here. EST's been broadcasting here since 11. We had the lock shop, 2 guys and a goalie. Hernan and Gager just wrapped up, and we're here until 6 o'clock. So hey, if you're in the area in Devon, you want to come by and say hi, see how we do a radio show, you can come by and then be like, wow, that is really underwhelming how it all happens. They're just sitting there talking, but we'd be happy to say hi to you. I will say this. A lot of exciting things on the show today. Between 5 and 6, we're going to give away 2 tickets to the Oilers game. That's 1 week from tonight when they're finally back home against the Dallas Stars. So we'll have a trivia question for that. Again, this will be in the final hour of the show between 5 and 6. The tickets are courtesy Boston Pizza and Molson. So we thank them for that. 2 tickets to the game 1 week from tonight at Rogers Place, Oilers against the Stars.
Heck of a trivia question coming up.
I'm happy with this one.
Yeah.
Somebody will obviously win it, but I think it's going to require some thought. By the way, great job with Mystery Athlete yesterday. And thanks for filling in for me yesterday.
Well, yeah, no, it was great. Koob and I locked it down. I had a very optimistic approach to what Oilers fans should have expected last night. Turns out that optimistic approach was completely wrong.
Well, I don't blame.
I guess you could still be optimistic. Doesn't mean it's right. But yeah, it was a fun show yesterday. Thank you for that. The mystery athlete, of course, was Chris Getzlaff,
who was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good. Somebody may or may not have called me in the 1 hour break during the Oilers pregame show to say, hey, it's over. The playlist is
Oh,
over.
I missed the last song of the
I think we
playlist.
missed it.
I'll have to guess it.
You were right.
It was Rocket.
It was Rocket.
So here's how thoughtful Jason Milne is, and this is why you're the glue guy. Even though I rarely call you, I just call you the big nice guy. So we're sitting here at Boston Pizza getting ready for the show, which for me is just usually sitting there bothering Jay. That's not he goes over to the juke. Are they still called jukeboxes? What are they called? I still think it should be called a jukebox.
No, well,
what are they called now?
They're called touch tunes.
Touch tunes.
So
okay,
it's a digital jukebox. Is what it is.
Oh yeah, I put that in the nasty chat, and then somebody said Duck Dad said touch tunes in the Devon VPs. I wonder if they have North Shore on there.
I checked.
Yeah, I noticed a few people after I posted that they just politely made sure they used touch tunes, so they weren't like directly correcting me, but correcting me softly. You know.
Well, oddly enough,
yeah.
And I don't know. I just went up and slid a $5 bill into it and touched, and it played tunes. Simple enough. I think if you're savvy enough, I believe there's an app.
You do it from your phone?
And you can play. So if Dusty was listening at home and he had the Touch Tunes app, he could play music for us in the Devon Boston Pizza.
And he would just have an account that would get charged.
That's right.
That's amazing.
But you can also use it, like if you know, let's say your ex is at Boston Pizza Devon, and you know her least favorite artist was, like, she couldn't stand Rush.
How would you know that?
That she couldn't stand Rush. I've heard stories. And so all you did was inundated the touch tunes with Rush from afar, and it possibly ruined his or her night.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Like, that's what I've never done that.
You've heard of that happening, though.
I've heard stories.
Oh, I did not know that. I'm very far behind on technology.
Well, would that surprise anybody?
No.
It
wouldn't surprise anybody at all.
I'm not. Hey, bud, I ain't like further ahead than you by all that much.
But here's the playlist Jay Milne put in to get me pumped up for the show. He started big with Pour Some Sugar on Me, most infectious hook in rock and roll history. That's in your ear the rest of the day.
I wanted to set the scene.
Then he slowed it down a little bit with Hysteria. Then Rock Till You Drop live version, Rock of Ages live version, Armageddon It live version, Let's Get Rocked live version, and then he ended it with Rocket. I don't know if it was the live version or the album.
It was.
Version. Really?
Maybe that's why you didn't pick up on it.
Well, plus the show was starting, so I put these headphones on and I wasn't paying attention.
One thing I will say is that if you are at a Touch Tunes, if you have one at your disposal, go for the live version because you get a lot more bang for your buck. You get a lot more song because usually those songs are longer.
Oh, right.
Like on Armageddon It.
Yeah,
they went into a Rolling Stones.
Yes.
Or no, it wasn't. It was. What did they do? A medley of Aerosmith?
Was it during Rock of Ages? Maybe I think during Rock of Ages. Yeah, they did some Led Zeppelin. They mixed in some of their other favorite songs. So that's pretty cool. All right, so we are here. We're here at Boston Pizza in Devon. Again, if you're in the area, you want to come say hi to EST. That'd be great. Again, if you get a pizza at Boston Pizza, not just in Devon, most locations around the province between now and Saturday. A portion of all pizza sales will support the Ben Stelter Foundation, and we'll have Mike and Lea Stelter here joining us in about an hour or so. So that'll be awesome to catch up with them. If you would like to chat with us, the one way to do it, you heard me mention already, that is the Nasty Chat, which is off and running on YouTube. You can post your messages there for us or just for each other, or just something you want to tell the world. It doesn't have to be directed to anybody specifically. If you are on YouTube, click the thumbs up button. I know we ask for this every day. I know you're probably thinking like, is this all these guys do? Do they ask? But like, do they actually do a radio show? We do. We ask for the thumbs up because it helps build up the station. And we have promised you, Jay and I have been doing the show a little over a year. The station is a little over 2 years old, led by Dustin Nielsen. We have promised you that we're not going to stop.
No.
We are going to build. We are going to push. We want to bring more people into the fold. And we love what we do, and we want to share it with as many people as possible. So if you hit the thumbs up, it helps build up the algorithm on YouTube, because there's all these little creatures that live in the internet, and they're directing suggestions to people for what they should watch when they go into YouTube. So, if you watch a lot of sports videos and then you watch us and you give us a thumbs up, it's going to recommend Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show and all our great shows to other people. So that's why we say that. Yes, we like knowing that maybe people are giving us a thumbs up, but we want to keep building. Why did I make you smirk? About the little gremlins? What happened? What's on touch?
Okay. I'm wondering if something's happening here.
Why? What's happening?
Big Uke in the chat says, "What's your favorite Led Zeppelin song?"
Is Stairway playing?
Yeah, who's on right now? Like, is he doing this? This is Led Zeppelin.
Must have done. I think it's Stairway to Heaven.
So
it's hard for me to hear.
It is. It is. I mean, if we could get, can you imagine if
the whole show people just put,
or if
songs
he plays
in?
it on repeat the whole show?
Well, that could be quite.
It would
costly.
be rude to the patrons here because we really can't hear all that much.
Yeah,
but I just was wondering if there's some sort of correlation here.
There might be something strange going on. You can email jay@edmontonsportstalk.com, reid@edmontonsportstalk.com. You can text the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. That is 780-218-9999. River Cree Resort and Casino happy hour featuring $5.25 drinks. That's available Sunday to Thursday, 9 a.m. until 7 p.m. And, I mentioned going to the Nasty Chat on YouTube as well. All right, we better do. I think he's here and he's ready to go, isn't he? Yeah. I think it's time for the afternoon headlines. The afternoon headlines are presented by 100.3 The Bear, Edmonton's best rock. Stream them on iHeart today. This is Chet Palmer with your sports report. That was one big skunk of a game for the Oilers in Buffalo. Hey, Bowman, you better get on the blower for some players who can muck it up a bit. One thing's for sure, when the Oilers order breakfast, they don't have any jam. Great cup parade for the Green Gophers today. How are the French Falcons going to spend their day? Probably dropping things right before they get the job done. Nice work, Butterwings. Look out, Edmonton and Red Deer. A bunch of young bucks are coming to chase gold in 2027. The tournament is 2 years away, and my brother-in-law is already in the hole betting on it. I'm Chet Palmer. Wow.
Poor brother-in-law.
Chet's really obsessed with that Montreal fumble on the goal line.
Well, I don't blame him. Maybe he had something. Maybe Chet had something riding on Jay's play of the day. If that goes in the end zone, that play likely catches. Yeah. But
how did my play do, Jay? I believe I took an excessive amount of points in that game.
You know what, Bookbinder? I sprinkled just in honor of you being a beauty. My brother-in-law sprinkled. My brother-in-law's not
your actual brother.
My actual brother-in-law.
Jay Mills' brother-in-law.
Yeah, and it didn't hit, but it was fun. Those are long odds. You got to sprinkle.
Yeah. Okay, we are at Devon. I didn't even mention this part yet. This is another fun part. We're outside of Edmonton. We're doing something different. Granted, we're not far outside. People are like, "Oh, really, Reid? You drove to like an adjacent town?" Well, still, we did.
Road trip.
I had to leave. The city limits. But it's hard enough for me to leave my neighborhood to go to work some days.
Have you notified your parents that you got here?
Yeah, I should notify my neighbors. They're going to be like, why is he not walking around?
Did you turn the lights off? Put the timers on.
So we're going to Devon.
Yep.
So later on in the show, we're going to feature a high school athlete and coach from John Milland High School. And we're going to have Taylor Harnett on the show, who I've known for a long time. Used to coach the Southside Athletic Club in Edmonton. He's coaching the Devon Xtreme in the AJHL. So we'll tell you about some things. So that's the event. Like if you want us to come to your town, business, community, we're going to find a way to feature your town, business, or community. We'll go there and we'll do our show and we'll talk about all the big stories and Oilers, Elks, and all that kind of stuff. But we'll be like, hey, we're wherever. Let's shine the light on this place.
I must say, and I appreciate this about you, is that the way you went about it. Didn't you call like City Hall?
Yeah, I called the town hall in Devon.
You know that is such a lost art. Picking up the phone and calling somebody and said, "Hey, we're coming to your neck of the woods. We'd like to talk sports with some people."
That's pretty much what I did. Yes.
What can you do? Can you help?
Yes.
But that's their job, is to help coordinate with you.
Yes.
Who's coming from the big city over there to the little city over here.
Right.
I think that was fantastic. Good job. That's what it's all about.
Well,
Absolutely.
The one thing I learned about this job is you just got to dive in and do it.
Yeah.
Like you can't be like, "Oh, what if they say no?" Well, they might.
Yeah. Move on to the next person.
So, but being in a community outside of Edmonton is our jumping off point today for our off-topic topic presented by William Huff. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of valued clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decades of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout, 780-454-4536.
It's happening. This is from Duck Dad. Here's some Blink 182 coming up for you. So you can,
he's doing it.
You can
People
make
are doing it.
You can make requests. I mean, if you want to hear, I mean, people are paying for this though.
Yeah, so. That's fine. I mean, It's My Life by Bon Jovi might be fun. I think we got to mix in something off Taylor Swift's new album. I mean, why not? No, why not?
What about some Kid Rock? What about Cowboy?
Ba Wada Ba?
Yeah.
Is that the name of the song?
I think that's Cowboy. Or is it Ba Wada Ba?
I thought there was a song that was called
Ba Wada Ba.
Ba Wada Ba.
It's something Kid Rock
I like
would be
that
fun.
one better. What was the one he did with Sheryl Crow? Pictures of You? Or just Picture?
Picture.
Who was Pictures of You? Wasn't there a song called Pictures of You?
That's my private reserve.
All right.
This is incredible.
So, we might have a listener curated remote playlist throughout the course of the show.
I wonder if you guys can you hear it?
Oh, you know what I would like to hear? Because then we'll really know people are putting the work in. She drives me crazy by the Fine Young Cannibals.
Ooh.
Yeah.
How's that go?
Da-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na.
I don't know.
You were probably pretty little when that came out. You might have still been like 7.
Oh, I'm crying.
That's a great song.
Is it?
Cool video, too. And they never went anywhere.
Well, with a name like that.
Yeah, they ate all their fans.
It's hard to book gigs.
Okay, when the concert's over, everybody go into that giant cauldron. Here, roll around in this salt and pepper
goodness.
first. Our off-topic topic is what small town would you move to? Especially if you live in Edmonton. What small town would you move to? Now, what's our definition of a small town?
Well, when this idea was presented earlier, Dusty was here, and he said they did this draft. This is the Guess Who.
Okay.
Or the Who.
All
Isn't
right.
this Pinball Wizard?
Oh, is it?
I think so.
I can't tell.
I think it is. Anyways, a small town cannot have a BPs.
Right, so you can't say Devon.
You can't say Lloydminster.
No,
you can't say Vegreville.
Yeah, you can't say Spruce and Stone.
You can't say Fort Saskatchewan. You can't say Sherwood Park.
Yeah.
You could say, what's the one I came up with?
You could say Evansburg. Did you say Kalmar?
Kalmar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Kalmar would be fun.
Yeah.
Kalmar's always got cheap gas.
Do they?
Yeah. I might whip down there and fill up. No, I just filled up my car. They have like 10 cents less. It's like going to Costco. So congrats to the residents of Kalmar. I'm not sure how you cracked the code, but good for you. Yeah. What would you think? I like Kalmar because it's always on the way to good times. It's on the way to Pigeon Lake.
Yeah, I don't know. Morinville seems like a nice place.
There's got to be a BP's in Morinville.
I don't think there would be.
There has to be a BP's in Morinville.
Okay. I guess I didn't look up the list of Boston Pizza locations in Alberta. I mean, I could just go back to Evansburg.
We're talking.
That's a safe bet.
Boston Pizza,
Morinville's off the list. Sorry, everybody. I just disqualified
It even has
myself.
an outdoor seating area. Great cocktails and vegetarian options.
Morinville's that big enough? Big, eh? Big enough.
Well,
for
Morinville
BP.
is on the tip of St. Albert.
Well, I know, but
you could throw a stone at it from St. Albert.
What do we need a phrase for that?
Jasmine says, "What is the off-topic topic?"
We just gave it. We just gave it. What? In Edmonton, what small town would you move to if you had to move?
Bonaccord. He says it doesn't have a BP's.
Okay, yeah, that's valid.
The Deep Shallow says, talk about how awful the Oilers are. Stop stalling.
Okay, settle down, Deep Shallow.
We got a lot of time to break down how terrible and awful the Oilers played last night. And quite frankly, this season.
Yeah, they're not good.
They're not good.
Yeah.
I'm
Deep Shallow may be joking around because there's been a lot of talk around the entire entire city.
I might change my stripes today. I might become pessimistic for the first time in my life.
In your life?
In my life.
Oh, wow.
I've never been pessimistic, which leads me to believe I probably won't fully change my stripes. But that was awful. That
was gross.
Like it is turn the game off. I'm sick. Throw the towel.
How many times have we heard that? It's not even fun to watch.
No.
It's not even fun to watch. And it's just like, hey, Connor and Leon, play 17 of the final 25 minutes. I know I'm exaggerating a bit. And it's not good. But we will talk about that. We want to give our takes. And are you going to ask me about the Grey Cup too when we get back? I can give a couple thoughts on that.
I want to hear what you have to say.
Since I was away yesterday. So Chet Palmer seems to think that Lieutenant Eric now. Let me start over. Chet Palmer seems to believe that the length of Lieutenant Eric's hair is tied to the Riders' 12-year Grey Cup drought.
Yeah.
And now that so he thinks that Lieutenant Eric was growing his hair until the Riders win the Grey Cup.
He assumed.
I don't think that was ever been reported or verified.
No, that's never been. I think Eric just likes to have long hair. But it would have been funny if he came in today with a shaved head.
Yeah. Deep Shallow was joking, which I thought, Deep Shallow might have been, but that's okay.
Yeah.
We were joking back.
Well, it's funny. It's like, okay, how many different ways can you say the word suck?
I will say this, Deep Shallow. And if Deep Shallow has been listening to me or Dusty or Tom or this show for however many years, sometimes with written messages, it's hard to know. So I usually try to take them at face value because I know in the past I got a text that I thought someone was joking and I fooled around with it on air. And then I got an angry, like, what are you talking about, Reid? I'm trying to ask a serious question and you're joking with it. And then I've had other things where people are joking and I've taken it seriously. And then people are like, calm down, Reid. Like I'm joking around. I'm like, okay, well, I can't always tell body language and tone through text or
context
or
is hard. Yeah, for sure.
But I thought Deep Shallow was probably joking, but just to cover it off, we will talk about them again. We'll have some special guests from the town of Devon to spotlight as
Jasmine said Sherwood Park.
Sherwood Park has a Boston Pizza.
They have 3. And I wouldn't classify that as a small town.
No, our restriction is that you can't list places that have a Boston Pizza.
Like St. Paul.
St. Paul would have one, I think.
Two Hills, sorry.
Two Hills would not have a Boston
Two
Pizza.
Hills.
Yeah.
Or Harry Hill.
Oh, my God. This is a blast from the past. I got to hand this to whoever runs the Jay's Skid Steer account. Says one of Reid's 14 loyal listeners. That was a running gag I had on Inside Sports, was that there were exactly 14 listeners to the show. So I've not heard that in a while. That's like, I should wear my canned ham shirt again. That's always fun to pull that out, even though it's got the old station on it. All right, we better take a break. It's 3:24. We will have Ethan Cadeaux coming up to tell you a little bit about the Washington Capitals. That's the Oilers' next opponent. Here comes the Coob with a sports update.
Games around the NHL tonight. The Red Wings and Kraken face off. Tampa Bay plays host to New Jersey, while St. Louis visits Toronto, having all 3 of those games start at 5 o'clock. In other news, the World Juniors are returning to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. Edmonton will play host to 17 games at Rogers Place. Red Deer with 14, with the 2 cities last hosting the event in 2022. WHL action, the Oil Kings hit the ice in Penticton against the Vs for 7:35. Puck drop. Edmonton first in the Eastern Conference, Penticton 4th in the West. To the association, Utah visits LA to play the Lakers. Golden State takes on Orlando, while Portland welcomes in Phoenix, having 6 games on tap. And in MLB news, Trent Grisham of the Yankees, Gleyber Torres from Detroit, Brandon Woodruff in Milwaukee, and Shota Imanaga of the Cubs have all accepted their 1-year qualifying offers worth just over $22 million. This sports update is brought to you by Advantage Sports Medicine. Connor McDavid's got a team of specialists, and you're stuck with a bag of frozen peas. Get the same locker room approach that's trusted by the best in the game. Call them at 780 460-9977 or visit their website at advantagesportmed.ca to book an appointment today. More with Reid and Jay live from Devon Boston Pizza. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Two guys and a goalie.
Tommy asked me, so what do we see on Wednesday? And I felt like it was such a stupid answer because I was just like, I can't tell you.
Nobody knows. It's impossible.
With this team right now, we don't have any idea. And we all know they're capable or potentially capable of popping off on a 16-game win streak. We just don't know what we're going to get on a night-to-night basis.
Two guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
We have what you're looking for. GD Liquidators is Edmonton's one-stop shop for new and used warehouse, office, and industrial items since 1987. You'll find what you want when you want it. Give us a call, visit us in-store, or check out the monthly auctions at gdliquidators.com. 100% Canadian-owned and operated. We have what you are looking for. GD Liquidators.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
GCL Diesel has been serving oil country since 1972. From diesel cars to SUVs to pickups. From farm tractors to school buses to a big rig. From diesel generators to forklifts, GCL can test, troubleshoot, and repair all diesel fuel system components. Whether it's injectors, pumps, turbos, filters, or additive, GCL has the parts you need to keep your diesel running the way it should. For genuine diesel parts at wholesale prices, visit GCL Diesel in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel. Diesel understood.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
Summer was packed with memories.
Wait, let me get a picture.
Your garage doesn't have to be.
Wow, look at all this space.
Store your gear with Sentinel Storage and enjoy extra space all year. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
In stereo.
North Shore.
Yeah.
Is this your most upbeat track?
Fly away.
What's this one called?
This is our grad song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And what kind of vocal training did you have for your singing?
Church.
Oh, really?
I grew up going to church.
And then you just went in there and sang rock and roll.
That's right. Totally switched.
Yeah. Well, similar.
From gospel.
Both inspirational.
From gospel to punk rock.
To punk rock. Jay Milne, Reid Wilkins, Edmonton Sports Talk, presented by Play Alberta. We're on location at Boston Pizza in Devon. Remember, until Saturday at BP locations around the province, you order a pizza and a portion of the pizza sales will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Yes.
So that's pretty cool. And Ben's parents are scheduled to join us a little bit later on. So this is a mobile version of the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Win big this football season at the Canadian Brewhouse. Score your shot at a trip to the Super Bowl, weekly prizes, and more, plus $1 off Budweiser and Bud Light tankards. Details at thecanadianbrewhouse.com. Our off-topic topic for William Huff: what Alberta small town would you move to, assuming you live in Edmonton? And our criteria for a small town is it cannot have a Boston Pizza.
Correct. Ronnie Oceanfront says, I live in Whistler, BC, and we used to have a Boston Pizza, but not anymore. Would that classify us? I don't think. I mean, I understand.
Hosted the Olympics, you also can't.
Yes, there's another one.
Were there some events in Whistler?
Oh yeah. That's where that the guy had walked down Whistler with the big pint of beer. Montgomery.
Well, that was. Oh yeah, that would have been Whistler.
Paco, whatever your name is, says Derwent. Best pizza in Alberta.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Timber Woodsman, Kalmar Bakery is great. Mikey says, great to meet you, Jay, today at lunch at BP's. made my week. Mikey, you made my week as well.
Did I meet Mikey?
He was here prior to you.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Collingwood Rob says, Wandering River, in the local eatery, they ask you, did you want a smoking or chain smoking section?
That's funny.
And Poopstain says, do you have to live in that town, or can it just be the closest place to get gas and beer? It's whatever you.
I guess
think.
It would be. I mean, I didn't live in Evansburg,
right?
But I still say I grew up in Evansburg.
Yeah.
It was 3 miles away. We lived 3 miles, so a lot of rural kids. Well, where'd you grow up? Well, Evansburg, Wildwood. Right. But you may have been on a farm, and that was the town you went into for school, shopping, whatever. Yeah.
Like, would you classify Ardrossan as a small town?
Well, population-wise, I would, but isn't it almost?
But it's growing now. But it's so close to Schulte Park.
Yeah.
And there's a rec center there. So, I mean, I think hosting the Olympics, it says no.
We keep adding
rec center,
don't qualify.
Rec center, no. BP's, no. Those are the restrictions.
Yeah, probably if you have a large rec center, how small can you be?
It's quite the complex.
We should do a show from there.
We should. Reach out, our Drawson people. Okay, let's get into this. Grey Cup. Reid, you weren't here yesterday to what?
Booger McBoogerton is in the nasty chat.
Oh, yeah, he was looking for you
yesterday. Great athlete. Well, not a great athlete, actually. I think Booger McBoogerton might have gone to junior high school at the St. Vincent School for Poorly Coordinated Children.
Oh, did he?
Well, because
we should have him on the show.
Anyway, sorry.
It's still happening.
What's playing now?
I think Iron Maiden.
Oh, jeez.
You weren't here yesterday. We talked a lot of Grey Cup, specifically with Jed in the third hour. It was all dedicated to that, and it was fantastic. Great to have Jed's insight. What did you think? Do you think? Okay, let me ask you this: do you think the turning point was the Shea Patterson turnover?
No. I think the turning point was most of the second quarter.
Mm-hmm.
And quite frankly, they've continued for most of the third quarter.
Mm-hmm.
So what's one of our themes? Certainly one of mine, and I think for the most part, you have agreed with me as we've worked together, and we will talk about it from various angles. But when you take control of a game, how much damage can you do?
Right.
And the Riders smashed the door down when they took over the game and got up, 25-7? Like, it wasn't like, the Riders outplayed them for 15 minutes and they outscored them 10-6, and Montreal is basically right in the game. I just thought it was a physical beating for large parts of those games. Just better.
Yeah.
So, Montreal got it going, but then when you're down, and this is why, from a hockey perspective, I know there's a lot of frustration with the amount of times the Oilers have given up 2-goal leads, and rightfully so. But we're seeing more and more around the NHL, 2-goal leads are not insurmountable, especially if there's a considerable amount of time left in the game. Once you get to that 3-goal lead and the game goes on, then a team almost needs to be perfect to come back.
Yeah.
Need a break, especially in the third period. And I think that's the situation the Riders put Montreal in. It's like you are down 25-7. So I guess it wasn't a full 3 touchdowns, but because what did they get? They got a touchdown, a field goal, and then fumbled.
Yeah.
So, Montreal needed perfection. So they got a break when Lowther, who, by the way, and I said that all season long, that kicking could cost the Riders the Grey Cup. And it almost, maybe not cost them. And again, the last CFL game with the unconceded Rouge, and he couldn't even get it all the way through the end zone to make it 9 points. I'm sure Rider fans were just thinking, seriously? Like, they're going to tie it because we couldn't get an unconceded Rouge. So, but Montreal needed things to go perfectly, and one mistake cost them the game.
Yeah.
And I know, I get it, because people could rebut to that and saying, well, Reid, a fumble on the goal line is always costly. Yes. But don't forget, when Montreal won the Grey Cup a couple of years ago, at the end of the first half, they failed to score from the 1-yard line. Right at the end. They didn't even get a field goal.
That's right.
And that looked like, that's going to kill them. But they had a whole half of football to make up for that mistake. In that game, they had, 2.5 minutes? You don't have time to catch up.
Yeah.
But so I thought the Riders were the best team all year. They were the better team on Sunday. if Alexander was healthy, okay, but that's sports, man. Like, people are hurt.
Well,
people are hobbies. He wasn't. He wasn't healthy. So stuff happens. The Riders played a great game. I mean, Harris was it not the best completion percentage in the history of a Grey Cup game?
It was.
Ulette's a great running back. I mean, MLS, who we had on the show, had a good game, made some important catches. So the Riders were better. They took control of the game, and they basically told Montreal, I mean, they weren't saying this, but you look back on it now, is basically, okay, Montreal, if you can play a perfect quarter of football and outscore us by 19 points, you can win the Grey Cup. It's going to be damn hard to do that. They couldn't do it.
Almost impossible.
Yeah.
I think that, and I asked this to Jed yesterday, and he said absolutely not. But do you think Jason Moss might have considered practicing McLeod Bethel-Thompson all week in preparation for this? Because Davis Alexander is I get it, he's a key to that offense. But a limited Davis Alexander shuts down the run-past option and forces him to pass the ball downfield.
Right.
Which they did on Sunday. 3 interceptions worth.
Yeah.
No running, 14 rushing yards. 12 of them came on that one play where he pulled up.
Right.
I wonder, would you go in with a quarterback that can gunsling it around? And not saying Davis Alexander can't, but that offense was totally limited.
Here's the thing. He's a great quarterback. I think it's he and Rourke are the best 2 quarterbacks in the league.
Yeah.
I think Alexander has worked his way up that quickly in my estimation. Nothing against, Bo and Adams and some of the other good players, but Alexander is excellent. The one thing I would criticize Moss for is calling the play that led to the fumble, because it was 2nd and 2. Of course, it's easy for me in hindsight to say, well, you fumbled, so it was a bad play call. But 2nd and 2, Scott was having a pretty good quarter. Like, I thought he was getting stronger as the game went on. Why not hand it off to him? If he gets stuffed, okay, then you see what you do on 3rd down. But that was the one where I thought, if I'm going to look at one coaching decision from that game, why sneak it on 2nd and 2?
Yep, I agree.
Because he's almost thinking like, okay, we'll get a yard and then we'll get another yard. Well, why not just hand it off to a guy who can get a touchdown?
Well, as you know, my thoughts on bringing in a player that has not had a snap all game in the most important instance in the game,
right?
And asking a player that's not a ball carrier to become a ball carrier, a player that's not used to taking contact,
right,
to receive contact. I just don't like it. I don't know why you don't hand it to your, the person that carries the mail week in, week out, that was having a great game, like you said.
Right.
So, yeah, I think that ultimately, kind of put the final nail in the coffin.
But it turned out to be a pretty good game. I mean, the Riders were on the verge of blowing them out.
MGK?
I thought he was good. I mean, he's entertaining. I don't get, I joke about halftime shows, but really, they're all experienced big-name performers.
Oh, sure.
They should know how to put on a show. I didn't really know the songs, but I thought it was kind of good rock-oriented for the most of it. And it looked like he was having a good time. His backing band looked like they were having a ton of fun.
Yeah.
That one Elks cheerleader got featured a little bit.
Yeah, that was cool.
So, I thought it was a fun halftime show. I don't get too hung up on it. Okay, 780-218-9999 is how you can text us, the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. If you're on YouTube, keep the nasty chat going. A lot of good conversation people are having with each other there. And keep giving us the thumbs up. We want to get to 100.
Yeah.
We're over halfway there. The show is not even a third old, but don't slow down. Keep clicking those thumbs and build up the algorithm for the show. Oilers play Washington tomorrow. We'll get some Capitals storylines. What's going on with Ovi lately? How's the coach, Spencer Carberry, doing? That's coming up with Ethan Cadeaux. Here's the Coop.
Tons of action in the NHL tonight. Calgary hits the ice in Chicago. The Mammoth clash with the Sharks, while in Sin City, the Golden Knights take on the Rangers for a total of 8 games around the league. Staying in Alberta, it's been announced that Edmonton and Red Deer will host the 2027 World Juniors. The two cities had previously co-hosted the tournament in 2022. On the road, it's the Oil Kings battling the Vs in Penticton. Edmonton first in the East, the Vs fourth in the West. Puck drop just after 7:30. In basketball, the Bucks For the Bucks, Giannis Antetokounmpo is out 1 to 2 weeks with a groin strain he suffered last night against the Cavs. And tipping off Boston and Brooklyn matchup, Memphis and San Antonio hit the court, while Atlanta and Detroit duke it out, having 6 games around the league. MLB news: Trent Grisham of the Yankees, Gleyber Torres from Detroit, Brandon Woodruff in Milwaukee, and Shota Imanaga of the Cubs have all accepted one-year qualifying offers worth just over $22 million. We get some insight on the Capitals next on the Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The oil stream.
Tomashek, waiver exempt. Lazar, if you did waive him, pretty sure nobody's taking.
Quite frankly, Tom, I think there's a chance Lazar could get claimed.
I doubt that.
Because he's a right shot center who doesn't make a lot of money. Stetcher is, now I guess if you claim a guy, he's got to be on your NHL roster for a month. I think it's possible they would get claimed.
The oil stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses. Because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. We are live at Boston Pizza in Devon. We're with you until 6 o'clock. Between 5 and 6 today, we're going to give away 2 tickets to the Edmonton Oilers game on Tuesday, 1 week from today, against the Dallas Stars at Rogers Place. They'll finally be back home after this road trip. A reminder, until Saturday at Boston Pizza locations around Alberta, a portion of all pizza sales will support the Ben Stelter Foundation. So, of course, that's a great cause, and Ben's parents, Mike and Leah, scheduled to join us sometime probably in the next half hour here at BP in Devon. Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta in a few minutes. We're closer to the top of the hour. Mr. Milne will have his latest play of the day. This is going to be an interesting one, but it's the Oilers and the Capitals tomorrow, and to shine a little light on what's going on with the Caps, he's with the Monumental Sports Network, Ethan Cadeaux, checking in. Ethan, you're on with Reid and Jay. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Always fun joining you guys. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks a lot for making time for us. Let's dive right in here. I'm not going to read the whole quote, but you posted something on your X account a couple hours ago asking the coach of the Capitals, Spencer Carberry, if the Oilers are a measuring stick. Now, Oilers fans might say, well, you're not measuring very high the way they've been playing lately. But is that a storyline, despite how the Oilers have struggled here this year, that it's like, hey, nonetheless, they've been the West champions 2 years in a row?
Yeah, I would say I kind of regret using the words measuring stick when asking him the question. I was more so just trying to say it's a really good team that comes to town once a year. They've won the West the past 2 years. The past 2 times these teams have played in Capital One Arena, it's been fireworks because 2 years ago was when McDavid had, I think, 5 points, and that was kind of the turnaround game. And then last year, Ovi had a hat trick. So it was more just kind of trying to see if maybe this game was means a little bit more, especially since they only play twice a year. One thing I do really appreciate about Spencer Carberry is he always gives very detailed, long answers. And I agree with this point. The Caps right now are probably playing, their record doesn't really indicate how well they've been playing. I think they've been playing better than kind of what's shown in the standings, but at the end of the day, points are all that matters. And this team doesn't have enough right now that they would like. So, I mean, they got a big win last night over a really good LA Kings team, and tomorrow presents a really good challenge with 2 of the best players in the world on the other side of the bench. So I'm really excited to see it tomorrow night in Capital One Arena.
Ethan joining us on the Oil Country Towing video hotline. Oil Country Towing, Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And don't worry, Ethan, there is not currently a snowstorm here in northern Alberta, though we're going to get one eventually. The Ovechkin, what was it, 903 now? I think that's the latest goal. You were there last year, and I speculated from afar. I wonder if the energy around that chase hurt them in the playoffs. I don't know. I'm just wondering for some context about what you saw from him last year, getting to the record, and now this year, 900 and beyond.
Yeah, I mean, last year, there's no denying it. The chase was such a huge part of the team's success. And at the end, when he did end up getting that record, they kind of finished the season a little bit slow after getting out to such a hot start. They kind of coasted a little bit, but I don't want to say the chase is the reason that they ended up bowing out in the second round of the playoffs. I mean, they had a really good series against Montreal where things kind of turned around in Game 4 and got rid of a young Canadiens team where right now they're playing really well a year ahead. So, and then Carolina last year kind of just dominated them. It wasn't the best matchup for them, low event style hockey, and it just didn't really go their way. I would say this year, Ovechkin missed the beginning of training camp. I think it was close to 2 weeks with an injury, which I think really contributed to his slow start. I will say the last 4 games, he's got 3 goals. He scored last night. He scored on Saturday. The first time all year he scored 2 games in a row. And one thing about him is he loves a big game matchup. So, I mean, he's 40 years old. Sometimes out there he looks 40 years old, but I mean, he's second in the team in goals. He's got 6 right now. And I expect him still to be a productive player for as long as he's on the ice for this Capitals team.
Mangiapane was there last year, right? Mm-hmm. With the Oilers. I mean, look, Ethan, to be frank, he's one of many underwhelming players on the Oilers this season. Is he miscast with the Oilers if they're trying to play him? And they haven't always, but they have several times. Like, is Mangiapane miscast if the Oilers want him to be in the top 6 or maybe even on the top 9? Because wasn't he on your 4th line last year, or was he on the 3rd?
So where Mangiapane was playing last year changed on a game-to-game basis. When they traded for him, they were hoping he would be the other winger on the Strome-Ovechkin line, but that just really never came to fruition. I'd say he spent a lot of time last year on both the 3rd and 4th line. Kind of depends. I mean, Nick Dowd's line is always considered the 4th line here in Washington, but they don't get 4th line minutes. They're playing a lot of top pairing matchups and just really taking on the opponent's best. Like tomorrow, for instance, Nick Dowd's line will probably get a lot of the McDavid line, especially with Pierre-Luc Dubois out with injury. So Mangiapane, I mean, it's funny that you say that because yesterday in the press box, one of my coworkers turned to me and was like, this Capitals team could really use Mangiapane back right now. So it's kind of a catch-22. I think it might just be taking him a little bit of time to kind of figure out where he fits in a new team. I will say one thing about him, obviously you want the goals to come. He's scored 20 in the season before, and if he could do that for the Oilers, obviously it'd be a big boost. once he finds his role, I think he's going to be a much more productive player. But I feel like when he's going from the top line to the bottom six, back to the top six, it's kind of just a lot to juggle and kind of unfair on a player to see how they produce when their role is changing every night. So I would say just stay patient with him. I think he'll probably score a couple big goals in April and May that you guys will look back on and be like, all right, he was a good pickup for the Oilers.
Well, we'll see about May. The way it's been going lately. Ethan Cadeaux covers the Caps for for Monumental Sports Network.
Well, you do cover the Commanders as well, and the Commanders. I've been a woeful Commanders fan for a long time, and it's looking no different now. Jaden Daniels is out with the dislocated elbow. They dropped a game they should have won in Spain early Sunday morning. Is the Commander season, is it officially over?
Yeah, it's done. I mean, it's they would have to win out to even have a chance to make the playoffs. I mean, 6 straight losses, sitting at 3-8. And I mean, I don't think 9 wins is even going to get you in the playoffs. So I would say in terms of playoff hopes, yeah, the season's over. They had to win that game against Miami and Madrid. The hope, I would say, is for Jaden Daniels to come back and maybe get a couple wins down the stretch, regain or rebuild his confidence a little bit. I think he was still really good when he played this year, but it didn't look the same as last year. And you want him to be the quarterback he showed in 2024, not the quarterback he showed in 2025. And that's not to say the quarterback he was this year was bad, because he wasn't bad. He was pretty good. But last year, he was like Superman here. And what he did last year, I think, covered up a lot of the holes and shortcomings that the rest of this roster had. And this year, when he's pretty good, but he's missing time with injury and he's not great, you see a lot of the other holes that this team has. I mean, they're the oldest roster in the league, and they show it every single week. The bye week's coming at a great time. I think coming back and playing a Denver team that is scorching hot, I don't hate that spot for them. They're going to be at home on prime time. They're not flexing that game, which is crazy. So if Jaden's able to play, I think they have a chance, which is crazy to sound, but I think there's a world where he comes back, they play spoiler down the stretch, and you can feel a lot better going into next year. But right now, I mean, no one saw 3-8, 6 straight losses coming into the year. So it's been disappointing for sure.
Ethan, this is great having you on the show. Really appreciate your time. Now, do you travel? Will you be in Edmonton later this season?
I wish. I do not travel. I traveled for the playoffs last year, but during the regular season, not much, unfortunately.
Where in Canada have you visited?
I've been to Montreal, and that's about it. So,
well, you got to come to the
I need
west.
to get up north.
Yeah. It does not snow all the time.
I would love
did
to
not
get up
ride
there.
my polar bear to work. Oh, I'm sure you don't think that. I'm just joking.
No, I've heard good things. A couple of my coworkers travel all the time, and people also in the Capitals beat, and they love Edmonton. So I'll get up there one day. I don't know when, but I would love to get up there at some point.
Ethan, thanks for your time and your perspective. Enjoy the game tomorrow night. Hopefully the Oilers are a little more spirited than they were last night against the Buffalo Sabres, and it's another entertaining one. Really appreciate your time.
Yeah, appreciate you guys having me on. Always fun.
Great stuff from Ethan Cadeaux, Monumental Sports Network, joining us on the Oil Country Towing hotline. So not optimistic about your Commanders. I guess why would you be at this point? Yeah. I thought the interesting stuff about Mangiapane.
Yeah,
we'll see.
I guess jury's out, because I mean, that maybe a spark when a spark is needed most. Well, I think a spark is needed.
I think one would be welcome right now.
would surely be welcome.
One would be welcome right now. But I mean, I guess, are we at the point where, if you're a hockey fan, and all Oilers fans are also hockey fans and enjoy the NHL, are we at the point where it's like just enjoy watching Ovechkin play? Yeah. I mean, how many more Oilers versus Ovechkin games are there going to be?
Exactly. And who knows what's going to happen at the end of the year? This is the last year of his contract. Is he going to come back? Is he going to go back home to Russia? Hard to say. So, this might be one of the last chances you can see your beloved Oilers take on Alexander Mihailovich Ovechkin.
Well, you know his middle name.
Who doesn't?
I didn't.
I think
I'm proud of you. That's pretty good. All right. Do we have the jingle, Coob? I don't know if we have that ready or not. We'll just
I got it. Just give me a moment here.
Okay, well, I'll do the read in the meantime. It's Jay's Play of the Day presented by Play Alberta. You can skip the flight to Vegas because jackpots are just a tap away. Experience all the thrills of the casino right from your phone with Play Alberta. Download the app today. Deposit $50 using the EST exclusive promo code EST Casino for a $50 casino bonus.
It's Jay. It's Play. He's Jay. It's today. It's Jay's Play of the Day. It's Jay's Play of the Day. Jay's Play of the Day.
All right, buddy, what do you have?
Well, this is there's a lot of ways you can describe this bet.
Okay.
But it's the ultimate spite play. It's the ultimate, well, if the Oilers are going to suck, then we want everybody else to suck.
Oh, jeez.
Play of the day. So it's very simple. The St. Louis Blues are in Toronto, taking on the Maple Leafs.
Now, are the Leafs not below 500? One game below? I think they are.
The Leafs are atrocious as well.
Trey Living had to talk today.
Yeah, they're 5-on-5 goals against.
Everybody down.
5-on-5 goals against, Reid. They've given up 53.
Are they worse than Edmonton?
Who's that tied with?
Edmonton.
Edmonton.
Because last week it was, the worst 5-on-5 teams goal differential were Edmonton, Toronto, and Nashville. And
now it's just Edmonton and Toronto. So the St. Louis Blues are in Toronto. So St. Louis to win.
Okay. No, the Blues are not knocking it out of the park either, I think.
They're not. And now the Chicago Blackhawks are visiting the Calgary Flames.
No, the Flames are quite poor.
Well, what's good, what's poor? I mean,
well, the Flames are not good.
Well, neither are the Oilers.
No, I'm not saying that. Just say the Flames.
Standings wise, yes, I guess you could say that.
The Blues are 6-9-4. The Leafs are 8-9-2.
Yeah. So this is a parlay of teams that we want.
Oh, Calgary's on the road. My mistake.
Yes, that's
okay.
right. That's right.
Sorry.
So Flames lose, Leafs lose. This is the ultimate spite play of the day. That is boosted to plus 315.
Any loss, like shootout, overtime?
Doesn't matter.
Just the other
just the St. Louis Blues and Chicago Blackhawks to win, I guess is the proper way to say it. That has been boosted to plus 315. So you can go to playalberta.ca, click on sports, click on EST specials, and you will see Jay's spite play of the day. Yes, I'm running it back. Another spite play of the day.
I'll just put a very small amount on there.
Yes, I mean just a little sprinkle
Why
on
not?
it to you.
That's I could quadruple my money.
Well, you could. Yeah. You could. Yeah, it's true. So yes, playalberta.ca.
I feel like you're really pulling out your cheeky side.
Well, Reid, you know what? I'm pissed off. I'm sick of this. I'm sick of watching. I just want other people, if I'm going to go through misery and pain watching a game that should be fun and entertaining, then I want everybody else watching their teams that they cover or cheer for.
Mostly Leafs and Flames fans.
Yeah.
That's who you're targeting.
No, everybody.
Everybody. Jay wants every team to lose tonight.
Every team to lose. Book it, Dano. No, that's it. That's it. And always remember to use your game sense.
All right, that's Jay's play of the day for Play Alberta. Oh, jingle again, Coop? Oh, he might have taken the record off the record player. We still fire everything off record, so that's okay. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That, of course, is the River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. River Cree Resort and Casino, home of Tap 25 Restaurant, $18.99 prime rib special, available 7 days a week, except show nights from 11:30 in the morning to 11 at night, available for dine-in and takeout. Our off-topic topic for William Huff, what small town would you move to if you live in Edmonton or a big city? So it can't have a Boston Pizza. We're right now at BP Devon, if you're on YouTube and see the different location. So
can't have hosted the Olympics.
Can't have hosted the Olympics.
And can't have a rec center.
Can't have a rec center. I mean, you can have maybe a small rec center.
Runner says Wiperous, Alberta.
I don't know where that is.
Has a Norman Rockwell vibe. Always like driving through it.
Oh, wow.
And Bronco Nick says he would go live at Turtle Lake in Saskatchewan.
Oh, yeah.
That's a beautiful lake.
Yeah, I think I know where that is.
Yeah. It's up there just north-ish of Cold Lake, I believe.
Yeah, I think I'm on the Saskatchewan side.
That's right.
Yeah. Okay, keep those coming in. That's fun. The Oil Understood for GCL Diesel is ahead. We're going to be joined by Ben Stelter's parents as well. Since we're in Devon, we're going to profile a couple Devon athletes and coaches. We're still going to do words of the day and all our other fun stuff back after the 4 o'clock break.
The Lock Shop.
I mean, just as far as putting on the show, the people that set up the Grey Cup Festival, can't say enough about them. And then, as I tweeted out last night, all of that was fantastic. Now it's time to crown a champion. We got a pretty wild football game that had some big time, all-time Grey Cup moments.
Yeah.
I think a worthy champion and obviously a great story with your guy, Trevor Harris.
The Lock Shop, weekday mornings at 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation with options for every style and budget. Open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
You've always known GCL Diesel as the experts in diesel fuel systems. But did you know that GCL is also your source for turbochargers and turbo repair? As a turbo supplier for Garrett, Borg Warner, and Holset, GCL can provide genuine original equipment turbos at wholesale prices. Whether it's diesel, gas, natural gas, or performance, we can provide you with the turbo or custom repair you require. Turbo questions? We've got turbo answers. Visit us in the West End or online at gcldiesel.com. GCL Diesel, turbochargers, understood.
Get ready for a feast like no other. 40-ounce steak night is back this November at the Canadian Brewhouse. Sink your teeth into a hand-cut 40-ounce ribeye with all the fixins for just $49.99. Tickets available now in store or at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
The NHL has 8 games on the schedule. The Red Wings and Kraken face off. Tampa Bay plays host to New Jersey, while St. Louis visits Toronto, having all 3 of those games start at 5 o'clock. In other news, the World Juniors is returning to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. The two cities co-hosted the event in 2022. WHL action, the Oil Kings hit the ice in Penticton against the Vs. 7:35 puck drop to the association. Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo will miss up to 2 weeks with a groin strain he suffered last night against the Cavs. There's 6 games on tap. It's the Lakers meeting the Jazz. LeBron James will take warm-ups for the game before making a decision if he will or will not play his first game of the season. LeBron has missed the first 14 games of the year with low back issues. MLB news, Bo Bichette of the Jays is one of 9 players who have turned down their one-year qualifying offers. 4 players accepted the deal, worth $22 million, including Trent Grisham of the Yankees and Gleyber Torres in Detroit. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your Sports Update. Hour 2 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
Minutes after 4, Tuesday afternoon, we're at Boston Pizza in Devon as they are kicking off Pizza for Ben. Portions of any pizza sales over the next 5 days until Saturday will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation, which, of course, is an incredible organization. Are they here?
No, I'm going to get the list of all the participating BPs because there's people listening from all over Alberta.
Good, yeah,
right?
Good idea. Good idea. Jay's going to actually go do some work that I should have done. We are, of course, in the mobile version of the Canadian Brewhouse studio. Pizza Sunday is back at the Canadian Brewhouse after 4 p.m. Grab an 8-inch 2-topping pizza for just $9.99. Wash it down with $6.99 doubles and $1 off Bud Light tankards.
Okay, we've got a large
you got them all
poster
right there.
here.
Okay.
There's a lot. So ready? Albany, Beaumont, Beverly, Calgary Trail, Camrose, Capilano, Castle Downs, Clairview, Devon, Drayton Valley, Grand Prairie, Westgate, Grand Prairie, Hamptons, Heritage, Ice District, Jasper Ave, Kingsway, Lacombe, Leduc, Manning, Millwoods, Nemeo, North Central, Morinville, Panuca, Red Deer, Gasoline Alley, Red Deer North, Red Deer South, Sherwood Park, Broadway Boulevard, Sherwood Park Y, South Common, Spruce Grove, St. Albert North, St. Albert South, Stony Plain, Terwilliger, Tri-Village, Vegreville, Westgate, 170th Street, Westlock, Westmount, Wetaskiwin, Mayfield Common, Whitecourt, Windermere, Wem, Fort Sask, Old, Innisfail, Lloydminster, White Avenue, and High Level.
All right. So that's an incredible list.
It is.
So that's where you can help out the Ben Stelter Foundation. And some of the communities you heard on there, those are the ones not eligible for off-topic topic. What Alberta small town would you move to if you live in Edmonton? So we'll keep going with those throughout the course of the
Spider-Man
program.
Reid says, what about Weasel Creek, Alberta? We don't have a creek, but probably lots of weasels.
Wow, there's somebody called Spider-Man Reid in the chat.
You're seeing it.
The text line. Wow, that's incredible. Wow. All right. And if you are watching us on YouTube, so first of all, you can get us on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio. We thank you for that, however you're consuming the show. Maybe you're at a podcast in the future, which is great. If you're on YouTube, thank you for doing that. Subscribe to Edmonton Sports Talk if you haven't already, and click the thumbs up button on YouTube. We're almost at 80. We want to get to 100. The show is only a third old, but don't slow down. Keep giving us a thumbs up. If you've already given us a thumbs up, click the share button on YouTube. That'll generate a link for the show that you can copy, put in an email, put in a text, and encourage other people like you to check out our program. We think that they're going to like it. We're like, I'd love doing stuff like this on location, seeing different people.
Yeah.
Like I said, later on, we're going to profile a couple of Devon athletes and coaches because we're in Devon. So why not make it fun for people here to hear a little bit about their local heroes and stuff like that. So this is really cool being here, buddy. And it's all the better being here with you, Jay.
Oh, thanks, Reid. It's almost
heartwarming.
Yeah, it's almost.
Until we dive into the oil, understood. For GCL Diesel, providers of the best diesel engine components around, from turbochargers to injectors, fuel pumps to sensors, they are the critical engine component experts. Proud to serve Edmonton and Northern Alberta for over 50 years. Now a partner of Edmonton Sports Talk and the Reid Wilkins Show. GCL Diesel. Diesel. Understood. All right.
Well,
here's
what
my
do you want to
struggle.
start
What do you want me to? I love our listeners. I love our audience members, and I appreciate there may be some people listening for the first time or who don't listen every day.
Sure.
But having said that, I'm kind of at the point where it's like, what do I say that I haven't already said? I expected them to struggle out of the gate. They have, but as I've said, I say it almost every day now, the Oilers are worse than I thought they would be. I thought the schedule was tough early, and I thought that they had some gaps at forward that I wondered who was going to provide offense. That was accurate, but they're worse than I thought they would be. The defense is playing worse than I thought they would be. The goaltending I thought would kind of be like last year. I guess that's the case with Skinner. Pickard's numbers are obviously quite poor.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, this is, I guess, just from a goaltending standpoint, that's kind of Skinner. Helps get a win in Carolina. And I know people, he gave up 3 goals. Come on. The Canes could have got 4 goals in the second period alone.
Yeah.
And then last night doesn't really make a good save. I mean, maybe a couple. Now, having said that, what did Natural Stat Trick say the high danger scoring chances were? 14-5? Well, the Oilers literally would have had to score on every grade A chance to win the game. So it's everything. This is why I often push back when people are like, Skinner. I'm like, okay, great. Like Ken Dryden in his prime, this team doesn't have – how many more points do they have? 2? And let's face it, Skinner has kind of stolen the points already against Carolina, against the Rangers. So I'm not letting the goaltending off the hook, but they need to defend better. They need to do more offensively. I'm not sure they're capable of it. And they need to play with more passion. Now, Podkolzin showed a little bit last night. There have been blips of that. Hyman certainly came back Saturday. Quite frankly, Hyman, I thought, played one of the best individual games by an Oiler this season.
Yeah.
I know he didn't get 3 or 4 points like how Leon and Connor can, but he played awesome. So this is the thing. Yes, they need better goaltending. But to win last night, they would have needed a shutout. So it's everything. Like, cover people in front of your net. Knock somebody over. So a couple goals I'll highlight. Carolina, the goal where the guy, where Skinner didn't push off, where he followed the guy, he went around the net, and Gager did a great job talking about it Saturday night, saying he needs to be able to push off and get back across better. Fair. Why is a guy getting a rebound in front of the net, walking, holding the puck, deciding not to shoot, walking behind the net, untouched, and then passing to another player who was untouched? Last night, the one goal where the guy walked out in front. You'd love a save. Absolutely. Too many like that go in. But you saw that, but Wallman's chasing him. Wallman leaves him. Lazar is looking. Don't you have him? Oh, I guess I got to go get him. You give NHL players time to make plays, they will generally make plays. So this is, I don't think there's an area of the game. I guess the power play is still good. But what's an area of the Oilers game that's a positive right now? Like, is there
just their special teams?
What's the PK at? I didn't even look today. But they got scored on the power play last night. Oh, yeah, by the way, with your captain in the penalty box for high sticking somebody.
Yeah, and what's up with these sticks? I've never seen a stick with a cape. These errant sticks. How many of these high sticking style penalties have the Oilers taken?
How many did they take in the playoffs last year?
Like, too many.
Keep your stick down.
Keep your stick down.
You know you can't do it. You know you're going to get called.
So you're talking about the goal that Ostlund scored where he came around and
I think it was the fourth goal.
The fourth goal,
yes.
Yeah. That's just complacent. No urgency. No compete. Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of people, it's like the guy on the job site that's like, yeah, over there. Well, you move over there. He's the guy shuffling around all the time, but not touching a damn thing.
Right.
That's the whole team right now.
Yeah.
How do you fix this, Reid? How do you fix this? Do you need to have Dr. O's come in and like perform magic tricks for team bonding and maybe hypnotize them to say, we do care. Like, honestly, how do you fix this?
I don't know. And I like, I've heard now, well, is Knobloch going to get fired, this and this? I don't think so, because you just signed him to an extension. Like, that's part of his contract. And coach, like, the contracts are guaranteed.
Right? They could buy him out.
Well, if he got you can't buy out a coach. Like, he's getting the deal. It's not like a player.
No, but you could pay him and say, here's your money. We're done with you.
Oh, sure. Yeah, but you're still telling your owner where you need a few $1 million to pay and then I'm
not sure
that's
a big issue.
If he goes and coaches another team, then it's different.
It's
right?
different. Greg Wyshynski was on the morning show, and he made a great point. Essentially, this is paraphrasing it, but it's not Chris Knobloch's fault for the construction of this team.
True.
So as a head coach, how are you supposed to take and manipulate unmoldable clay and try and work it together and make a piece of art?
Well, yeah, like he didn't say let's trade for Trent Frederick or
no.
I know he would be talking to his GM. So you're asking me what's fixable? I mean, you can't ask players to do things they can't do. That's why I was concerned about the forwards. Like, you can't take guys who haven't scored in the NHL and say go score 25 goals or go do what Corey Perry did.
Yeah, but Noah Philp and Curtis Lazar and even Adam Henrique, I mean, the bottom six, that's not what they're here for, is to put up points. It's the top 6 points. I mean, this team is 5-on-5 goals for. They're 37. They've scored 37. They're 17th in the NHL. Mm-hmm. That's not good enough, and that's where your big dogs need to contribute. And that's, Connor McDavid, Leon Draisaitl,
Right, but they're also
they should be driving that. Are they doing a good enough job of
Yes, I think for the most part they are.
So it's the secondaries, it's the outsides,
Right,
it's the forwards that are
I
supporting
don't
them.
know how many players are underperforming and how many now just can't do it.
True.
Like I saw some table today that they're like in the last 7 or 8 years, this is the worst that the bottom set, or this is the worst they've been with Leon and Connor not on the ice. Like they're getting outscored by 21 goals or something. So I don't know what's fixable up front. I think some of the defensive stuff is fixable because it's just covering your man. It's just making a smart decision.
Mm-hmm.
It's just recognizing who's dangerous. And then certainly playing with a little bit more passion and involvement can be fixed. I mean, at least Podkolzin grabbed that guy and fought him yesterday, right? And
yes.
At least you see Lazar try to muck it up, but he doesn't play very much. But it's just, you said it earlier, Jay. We've been saying it for a few weeks. They're not entertaining to watch. And let's face it, there's a lot of, you watch any NHL game, there's a lot of areas of the game or like a section of time in a game where you might watch and be like, well, no one's really in control. There's kind of muddling around, a couple chances each way. And in the past, when the Oilers were in games like that, I don't want to speak for everybody, but I would feel like, this is fine because they're the team that's going to take advantage.
Yeah.
Eventually, they'll crank it up. Right now, it's low event. That's fine. But now when it's low event, I'm going to be like, this isn't
Not good.
because eventually they're going to be the team that makes a mistake or the other team's going to make a play, or they're behind.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're the team, if you're ahead, yeah, low event, run the clock, no shots on goal,
Yeah.
So, when these other teams get ahead, the Oilers can't initiate anything to try to get. Now, they have come back this year a couple times.
But was there a part of you not entering that third period or going into that third period that said, okay, they're only down 2. If there's anything this team can do is they can react.
No, I don't feel that way anymore.
You don't feel that. You've lost that.
It's over. Yeah.
Yeah. That's bad.
Yeah.
That's bad.
And I know they've had comebacks, but last night I'm just like, they're not doing anything. They're not doing anything.
Mm-hmm.
And who seems like they're going to do anything? Who seems like they're going to fire up the team? Yeah, exactly. You're shaking. You're searching for an answer. So,
yeah.
I don't know. Easy E says the coaching staff is Knobloch's fault. It's increasingly evident that Chris is ruining the offense. Maybe means running the offense and defense into the ground. Yeah, I mean, I we've talked about this too. I think Gulletson was a big loss. I think Coffey in his own way was a loss. I mean, it probably was going to be hard to replace Gulletson simply because he was such an experienced coach. He'd been a head coach. He'd been with the team a long time. Like he knew his stuff. He knew how to relate to those players. McFarland, the new guy, I don't know a ton about. I mean, he's kind of got like an okay WHL coaching record and has coached in the NHL before as an assistant. So, okay. Is he as good as Gulletson? I would make a pretty strong guess that he isn't. Maybe he could be someday. So, yeah, I think there's probably elements of coaching that isn't great. We're seeing Knobloch do what many coaches did before him. Well, we're losing. Okay, Connor and Leon, get out there. But I guess my question would be to people, okay, you need a goal. Who are you going to put on the ice? You got 5 minutes left. Now, yesterday was different because they were getting throttled. But you're down 3-1 or 3-2 with 6 minutes left. You're budgeting your ice time after that final TV timeout. Don't you have to budget Connor and Leon to be out there half the time?
Yeah, but in the second half of that second period, Podkolzin, Roslovic, and Draisaitl were their best line by far.
True. That's true.
But why do you toil? Why do you screw with that? Why do you not give them the opportunity to get through that? They were on the cusp of getting they had a ton of pressure. They were on the cusp of probably scoring a goal the way they were playing. And then I know Podkolzin had a 5-minute penalty to start the third period, but so that had to be changed. But then go back to it. Why is it always pull ripcord in case of emergency and not give any of these other lines a chance to gel or a chance to, hey, this is your line. Go dig yourself out of this hole. It just seems like the second you put, what do they call that? The nuclear option?
Yeah, whatever you want to call it.
It just doesn't seem to work out. And guess what? Other teams in the NHL watch tape. They watch film. So, okay, you're going to go nuclear. Here's what we're going to do.
Right.
We're just going to work their ass off until we can dump the puck out and get fresh legs on. Connor and Leon are going to have to take a break at some point, and we're going to put the screws to you.
Yeah.
So maybe not, and maybe that's the reason that, I know on the post-game show last night, the GCL Diesel post-game show, that Knobloch's name was thrown around a lot. And maybe that's why, because people are sick of seeing this, up and down the line, mixing everything, nuclear option, not letting a line have the chance to get their legs. Maybe that's part of it.
I mean, what did they wind up playing last night? Bush wound up at 24-16. Connor wound up at 23-35. Draisaitl wound up at 23-07. What did Hyman wind up playing? Even Hyman played 22-06, second game back from injury.
Well, he's 23 minutes of the Saturday night.
Yeah, so early in the season, you're playing these guys a lot. Some of them are, Draisaitl and McDavid will both be in the Olympics, right? So then they're going to play a lot there and come back to an Oilers team that very well might be out of a playoff spot when they get back at the end of February, early March. And a lot's going to be needed from these guys.
Well, and that's the other thing too, Reid. A lot of times, that's the easy thing right now to say. Oh, don't worry. This team started slow for the last 2 seasons, and look where they've ended up. Look what they've done. This feels different.
It does.
This feels absolutely different.
Yep.
This is a team that looks like they don't want to be there or don't like each other, or you know what I mean? When you can see it, and I'm not trying to put words in the mouth. I'm just trying to tell you what I see.
Right.
I don't see a cohesive team on the ice. A team that's got each other's back. A team like what Davis Alexander said leading up to the Grey Cup that we die for.
Right.
You don't see any sort of that coagulation with this team.
Yeah.
It's disjointed. They're individuals.
Well, that's the thing. And another thing we've been talking about, how often do they really outplay a team? Like, even when they started that season 3-9-1, when Woody got fired, there were a couple games where they really outshot the other team and just couldn't score. Like, how many times this season have they just taken it to an opponent? They really haven't. Okay, we got to go back to the second game of the season. I mean, that feels like ancient history now.
Yeah.
Yes, they took over the game against Utah. Yes, they've had other little bursts, but that's what I'm saying. Like, with good teams, a lot of time it might be even, or there might be you might lose a period 1-0, but then when you're going, you're winning a 10-minute stretch 3-0.
Yeah,
and it's like, okay, now come and chase us. Whereas last night it was Buffalo. Okay, we're going to go out there and put you in a chase position, and the Oilers can't chase. I guess maybe like, do you and me, I guess, have to change the context of how we talk about this team? Does this team now be discussed as, okay, everybody, they're in 11th place. This is a team fighting for a wild card. We can't expect them to win four in a row. We can't expect them to go 12-2-2 over 16 games. That will not happen. We tell everybody to brush that aside. This is scratch it out, scratch it out, scratch it out. And if they win, if they get 3 points in the final 3 games of the road trip, we got to say, okay, 500 is a successful road trip. Hopefully they can be a little better than 500. Like, is this now the bar for this team? Just somehow squeak in, and that's all you can really hope for this year.
Until they prove otherwise? Sure. Why would you do anything other than that? Now, to be clear, we did, at least I believe we talked about a 500 road trip being successful, given.
And they still have now.
Given
I talked
the
about a 2-win road trip, but to be fair, a 500 road trip is very much in play.
It is. So, and clearly there are expectations here as well, that you would assume this team would grow and get better and become more of a juggernaut. They have not done that.
No.
They've actually gone the opposite way. Is it the end? Is it over? No. But until this team proves to you and I and fans out there that they're capable of playing at that level, then yes, I think it's fair to say this is a wild card team. This is a team scratching for third in the Pacific or a wild card spot.
Yeah.
That's the reality of the expectations. And right now that's an unrealistic expectation,
sure,
given how they're playing and where they're at.
Yeah. Well, like I said, they're 11th in the conference. Where's my standings here? They got a 524. So I'll go by points percent. They're 11th. Pardon me. They're actually tied for a wild card spot in terms of points. But when you look at the points percentage, they're the 5th of the 5 teams tied because they've played more games. They're at 524, Minnesota 550, Utah 579, Vegas and Chicago both 611. So the Oilers are 9-8-4. So, like we've talked about, to make the playoffs, you usually got to be at least 550, sometimes even, 570. So do they have that even a 10-game run in them where they go 6-2-2, 6-3-1? They don't look like it. That's the thing. Like, they don't look like a team that can win, more than one in a row, quite frankly.
Bones in the River Crew Resort and Casino inbox, 780-218-9999. It says, let's start calling it the Chernobyl option as it mostly melts down.
Well, unfortunately.
Coach Mike, what kind of D partner does Nurse need? I thought Wallman and Nurse was going to work out, but they do not seem to be on the same page.
No, and quite frankly, Wallman, I had high hopes for Wallman. Other than his first 3, his best games might have been his first 3 or 4 back from injury.
Yep.
And obviously Nurse has struggled. I mean, almost everybody on the back end has struggled.
Well, and that's why it's like, okay, who do you say stinks? Well, they all aren't playing well right now.
Right.
Jason in Leduc says Knobloch may not deserve to be fired, but this team may get another coach. I would.
Well, sometimes that happens, right? Like,
sometimes that does, and I guess it's unfair. But at the same time, I would have the time of day to listen to somebody that's upset with this line changing. What do they call those puppets?
The
marionettes.
Marionettes.
Yeah, that he's playing with them like a bunch of marionettes.
Yeah.
I mean, just stick with it and roll it out and see how it turns out. It surely is not going to be any worse than what Oilers fans are experiencing right now.
Well, careful. It can always get worse.
Sure.
It can always get worse.
That's true. I guess it would give them an opportunity to get some momentum. I can't imagine playing with a different winger, a different center, night in, night out.
Sure. Well, I mean, that is also part of the job, though. I mean, you're a pro.
Well, yeah, but you found it with
get moved around.
Hey, look, you found it in the second line with Draisaitl, Podkolzin, and Roslovic. You have.
Right.
Don't touch that. Leave that alone.
Yeah, he could just leave those guys together and say, okay, Roslovic, you can finish. Leon, you're incredible. Pod, go and hit and play positional hockey.
Yeah.
Maybe you bang the odd one in.
Punch Krebs in the face.
Yeah, whatever you need to do.
I mean, that was the only emotion you saw from that team last night.
Right. Oh, my goodness. What are we going to do, Jay?
Well, Reid, you and I, we're going to keep talking.
We're going to keep talking about it. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Why limit your choices when you can have it all? Play Alberta is your go-to app for casino games, sports betting, and lottery all in one place with easy access to real money games. You can enjoy everything Alberta has to offer right at your fingertips. Download Play Alberta now and start playing today. What's your play of the day?
It is Toronto to lose and Calgary to lose.
Amazing.
So St. Louis to win, Blackhawks to win. That was boosted by the good people over at Play Alberta.
Okay, we got a couple of our special guests here from John Milan High School ready to hop in. We're having a fun time here at Boston Pizza in Devon. Here comes the Coop.
NHL action, the Islanders and Stars face off. The Jets and Blue Jackets go at it before the Rangers take on the Golden Knights, having 8 games on today's slate. Meanwhile, the World Juniors are coming back to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. The city's co-hosted the event in 2022. In Penticton, the Oil Kings and Vs clash. Puck drop at 7:35 with 3 other games in the WHL. In other news, the Bucks are without Giannis Antetokounmpo for 1 to 2 weeks after he went down with a groin strain last night against Cleveland. And for the Lakers, LeBron James is warming up tonight against the Jazz before a final decision is made on his return. James has missed the first 14 games of the year with a low back injury. Once he plays, will become the first player in NBA history to appear in a 23rd season. Elsewhere, 9 players, including Toronto's Bo Bichette, have denied their one-year qualifying offer worth just over $22 million. 4 players agreed to the one-year contract, including Trent Grisham of the Yankees. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood Leduc. Locally owned and operated since 1993, they're more than just plywood. They offer everything from doors and flooring to decking, fencing, and custom millwork. Windsor Plywood Leduc. They're the experts you need to know. And more from the Devon BPs with Reid and Jay next. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Luke Gazdick. After about 8 minutes into the second period, Rick Tocchet threw his fourth line out there. They were running around like crazy. Then Sealer hits McDavid. The whole tone of the game changed after that. The Oil had no pushback for them. And this is the Philadelphia Flyers. This isn't the Florida Panthers, right? I thought Philly took over the game. And from then on in, it was just about surviving for the Oil.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
Since 1952, William Huff has been the heartbeat of Edmonton's advertising world. From humble beginnings to a citywide powerhouse, we've been the go-to for signage from print to design and installation. Partnering with Edmonton's top sports franchises and major events, we've helped shape the city's global reputation. Our secret? Unmatched customer service, decades of experience, and a passion for excellence we call the William Huff Advantage. Visit us online at williamhuff.com.
All right, thanks a lot for joining us this afternoon. Dave, Rob, why don't you come in a little bit here for the people on YouTube? I missed that you were totally in the shot for the people watching. You may be on iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio as well. So we're on location today for the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne, Edmonton Sports Talk presented by Play Alberta. We're at Boston Pizza in Devon. So, again, and Jay read off the whole list of locations. Great initiative here with Boston Pizza. Portions of all pizza sales until Saturday will support the Ben Stelter Foundation, which is awesome. So since we're in Devon, we thought, well, let's see if we can find some cool people in Devon to talk to. So we have here, first of all, the gentleman right next to me, Nolan Grenier. Am I saying your name right?
Yeah.
You're the setter on the John Milan volleyball team?
Yeah.
All right, here, let's put this a little closer so people can hear you. All right, so how long have you been playing volleyball?
Probably for 5 years now, I think.
5 years? You got into it in junior high? Yeah. How's the team this year?
It's pretty good. It's a lot better than last year. It's a lot nicer. A lot more fun to play with.
All you guys got older and better.
Yeah.
All right, and who's this other gentleman you brought with you?
This is my dad, Rob.
Rob, and you're the head coach?
I am, yeah. Actually picked up this year.
Oh, you just jumped in this year.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I've been helping for years, but yeah, stepped up this year.
Okay, so I was wondering if you have a big volleyball background or used to play yourself, or
Yeah, I used to play. My whole family, all the boys, my daughter, we're all sports. So I mean, I played sports all through high school. Loved volleyball. Smaller guy, so I was a setter too. I couldn't get up and hit. So.
Well, I'm going to tell you a secret here. We got 3 setters right here.
Well, there we go.
Former Grand Trunk High School setter here. And we played John Milland a lot. I don't think we beat them as much as I would have liked because they were pretty good back in the day. So what's tell me a little bit. Either one of you wants to jump in. What's the athletic spirit like at John Milland? Are athletics pretty important there?
Yeah, athletics are very, everybody likes to play sports. There's a lot of hockey kids, and there's lots of basketball players, lots of volleyball players. Everybody likes to play sports, no matter what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Rob, are you from Devon? Was your school here too? Or
No. I'm out of Fox Creek, actually.
No way.
Yeah,
Okay.
up north. My wife and I, we settled here quite a while ago, and we just liked the town and liked everything about it. So, like Nolan said, Devon is a big sports town. Hockey. My boys all played Timbit soccer when they were young, and they've just worked their way through every sport, playing baseball, everything they could.
Okay. Now, pardon my ignorance here. Well, let's start with the volleyball. You have zones this weekend.
Yeah.
So the way I understand it, my old school Grand Trunk and John Milland are no longer in the same zone because of school population difference.
Yeah.
So who are you up against in zones?
We've got teams like Edson, Whitecourt, Morinville, Athabasca, bigger schools like that.
So north,
Yeah.
Yellowhead, west-ish. And do you play any of those during your regular season, so to speak?
Yeah, we have lots of tournaments against them throughout the season.
All right. So how you feeling going in?
Pretty good. We just have to figure out what we're doing.
Other than not knowing what we're doing great. I'm sure your head coach.
That's great to hear, especially coming off of practice.
Do you work on anything during the season?
We just came off of practice last night, and here my setter's saying, I just got to figure out what I'm doing.
Just gotta figure out what you're doing. Yeah. Okay, so do they still divide the net into 7 sections? That's how I used to set. If it was like a 51, it was right in front of you, 1 foot above the net. You don't do that anymore, right?
We still have plays like that, but I don't divide it into sections.
Oh my goodness!
The game has changed a lot since we played, actually.
Okay, well, I'm 51. How old are you?
I'm 47.
Okay, so did you play to 15 and you had to serve the score?
Yes.
Oh, see, have you told him those tales?
I know. They just shake their head when right now everything's a point. It doesn't matter what happens. Everything's
to get a point when we played. You got to win on defense and then win with the serve.
Yeah, not winning because the other team missed a serve. That hurts.
Yeah, you don't get a point for someone serving into the net.
You wouldn't know it's side out.
Oh yeah, I guess they don't call them side outs. So if the other team was serving and then you got the serve, it's a side out.
Yeah.
So, okay. And Rob, for you as a coach, are you feeling they're peaking at the right time?
Yeah, actually, you know what? With the strike that kind of interrupted, we lost a big part of the season this year. But the boys have seemed to have settled back in and they got their groove. We came out of the tournament last weekend. First couple of games were rough, but we started to find our groove right near the end. So, well, I'm looking forward to this weekend. I think the boys can put on a good show.
Nolan, how weird was that for you, the strike? And are you guys allowed to meet up and practice or anything?
No, we couldn't because there's no teacher rep at the school, so we weren't allowed to go there and practice or do anything.
So you kind of just had to.
We just all sat around.
Try to do your own thing.
Yeah.
And do whatever you could. Okay. Well, this was awesome to see you guys. So I didn't ask where the tournament was, or did I?
It's up in Slave Lake.
Okay.
Yeah.
Start Friday night, I assume?
Start 11 o'clock Friday. We play. It's our first game.
11 a.m. Friday?
11 a.m., yeah.
Okay, so when I played, full day of school, then you travel.
You got on the big yellow bus.
9 p.m. Friday night. Yeah, how about that? He just thinks I'm an old man.
It's the same look he gives me.
Okay. but this was awesome for you guys to drop by, talk about John Milland and the spirit here in Devon and what sports means to your family as well. Thanks for coming by. All the best. If you make provincials, send me. Do you have to win zones to go to provincials?
Yes.
Top. Yeah. That's still hard.
It's a tough track to get there.
Yeah. I know. Okay, Nolan Grenier, Rob Grenier, thank you so much for your time. You guys are awesome representatives of Devon. I'm so glad you could come by.
Excellent.
Thank you for having us.
Okay, we'll call it a quick timeout. It looks like we have the Stelters here as well. This is the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne.
8 games in the NHL tonight. The Red Wings and Kraken face off. Tampa Bay plays host to New Jersey, while St. Louis visits Toronto, having all 3 of those games start at 5 o'clock. In other news, the World Juniors is returning to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. The two cities last co-hosted the event in 2022. WHL action, the Oil Kings hit the ice in Penticton against the Vs. 7:35 puck drop. Edmonton first in the East Conference, with Penticton 4th in the West. To the association, Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo will miss up to 2 weeks with a groin strain he suffered last night against the Cavs. And there's 6 games on tap. The Lakers meet the Jazz with LeBron James taking warm-ups before making a decision to play in his first game of the season. LeBron has missed the first 14 games of the year with a low back issue. MLB news, Bo Bichette of the Jays is one of 9 players who've turned down their one-year qualifying offers. 4 players accepted the $22 million deal, including Trent Grisham of the Yankees and Gleyber Torres in Detroit. This sports update is brought to you by Paramount Flooring. Get your home holiday ready with Paramount Flooring. For over 33 years, Paramount's family-owned business has a reputation for earning trust. Fair pricing, dependable service, and quality workmanship. Call 780-483-1991 and mention EST for 10% off. Paramount Flooring, flooring for the life you live. More on the Reid Wilkins Show next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The EST Hangout.
And then he came over to your home and you were very excited about this?
Oh, man. Isn't that not the coolest thing ever?
Go on.
Could you imagine Gager just showing up at your place?
He does it all the time.
And are you not like, what the heck?
Kind of.
My place was just a mess, and he's just every room. Oh, God. Just what the heck is here? Oh, what is that?
He does that.
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
What a ride it was. The Blue Jays have made our whole country proud. Sentinel Storage is honored to stand with Canada's team every step of the way. Thank you, Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
EST Afternoons.
If someone asks me what Darnell Nurse is, playing like a 7-8, is he trying too hard to be a number one?
There's no anticipation in his game. He is completely reactionary to what happens. An NHL defenseman who has played as many games as he has at this point of his career, the game should be looking like a comic book to him. He should be able to read a play like it's nothing.
EST Afternoons, weekday afternoons 1 to 3, only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Where holiday cheer meets great beer. This season, celebrate at the Canadian Brewhouse. From plated dinners and festive buffets to casual pub-style parties, we've got the perfect space for your crew. Book your holiday party today at thecanadianbrewhouse.com.
The Oil Stream.
Tomaszek, waiver exempt. Lazar, if you did waive him, pretty sure nobody's taking.
Quite frankly, Tom, I think there's a chance Lazar could get claimed.
I doubt that.
Because he's a right shot center who doesn't make a lot of money. Stetcher is, now I guess if you claim a guy, he's got to be on your NHL roster for a month. I think it's possible they would get claimed.
The Oil Stream, presented by Boston Pizza. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday afternoons at noon. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
All right, hope you're having a great afternoon. Edmonton Sports Talk live at BP Devon. We've been here since 11 a.m. We're going to be here until the end of this show at 6 o'clock. Between 5 and 6, we are going to give away 2 tickets to the Oilers and Stars 1 week from today at Rogers Place. That's the next time the Oilers finally play a home game. The tickets provided by Boston Pizza and Molson. There will be a trivia question. I like coming up with those. I also like having wonderful guests join me in person. Ben Stelter's mom and dad are here, Mike and Leah. How are you doing?
We're doing really well. Thank you.
Yeah, you're doing great. Thanks for having us on.
Yeah, it's great to see you guys again. Boston Pizza has the promotion here, the special. A portion of all pizza sales are going to support the Ben Stelter Foundation between now and Saturday. I mean, when you see a business do something like that for Ben's foundation, I mean, how does that make you feel?
I mean, we're just so grateful always for the support, and the special connection we have with Boston Pizza is tremendous.
Yeah, it's an incredible organization. To see how much they do for the community is huge, but it's pretty special to walk into an established restaurant like this and see Ben's name, the Ben Stelter Foundation logo.
When you've seen the foundation grow, and at least from my view anyway, continue to thrive over the last few years, I mean, are you just kind of like, wow, what an amazing legacy?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. The support from the community has been unreal. Edmonton is such a special community, and the way they've rallied around us and helped us, or give us the tools, I suppose, to build the foundation into what it is, has been remarkable.
Yeah. So give everybody a sense, just to remind everybody of sort of the work the foundation is doing, the people and families that are being helped.
Yeah, absolutely. So we work with children diagnosed with cancer. We have 4 main pillars. The first one is magical experiences, which we set up magical experiences for children diagnosed with critical forms of cancer. Maybe they've relapsed or they're really not doing well. We've done trips to Disneyland. We've done pretty exciting Oilers experiences before. For some kids that can't travel too well, we've done some really fun staycations at the mall. And we've even done some things like PS5 or something like that, where they can stay connected and gives them a chance to stay connected with their friends when they're staying home or they're in the hospital for treatment. The next one we have set up is the Ben Stelter Medical Equipment Program. That's set up all across Alberta. So any medical equipment that any child diagnosed with cancer needs, we 100% cover. So that one's going really well, taken off and been utilized really well. We have a research component that we've invested into research to hopefully find better treatments and a cure one day. And the biggest project we're working on is the proton therapy project, which is an advanced type of radiation cancer treatment. Canada is currently the only G7 country that does not have this available. So right now, the province, Alberta Health, is sending hundreds of Albertans to the United States for this treatment each year. So we're very excited to bring that to Canada. We're hoping to break ground on that one in the new year.
That's incredible. I mean, what you guys have done, and what you just listed that off. That's amazing. That's amazing. And I imagine, I mean, look, I got to first meet you guys, and I still say the last time I was nervous for an interview was when I interviewed Ben in the Hall of Fame room that one day, because I didn't want to mess that one up. But I have you guys sort of become also like pillars, like sources of strength for other families? I don't know if you would ever see yourselves that way, but I imagine you must have had a lot of stories shared with you from other families in recent years.
Honestly, I feel truly blessed that we get to meet other families that are in a similar situation, because I myself, as a mom who's been through it, I take strength from them, watching them go through it, even though I know how it was when we went through it. But it's just a community that you don't want to be in, or you don't want to be a part of, but when you have to be, you feel honored to be a part of it.
Yeah, that's incredible. And obviously, Ben's fandom was such a big part of his story and your family story. And you still do work with the Oilers, right, along the way here?
Yeah, the Oilers have been incredible to the foundation, and for our family, just to let us know that they still remember Ben and that Ben was a friend to the Oilers is really special.
Yeah. Well, I love talking to you guys. Did I miss anything important?
I don't think so, other than the Boston Pizza fundraiser.
Oh, I got to ask you something else, though. But if people want to help in other ways, other times of year, I don't know if there's volunteering, obviously probably monetary donations. How can people find out more or help out if they feel the urge?
Absolutely. They can find us on social media at Ben Stelter Foundation. Our website, benstelterfoundation.com, has a lot of information and a lot of stories of the families that we work with as well, to show some of the work that we're doing in the community.
Well, I got to tell you, Ben remains an inspiration. I mean, it's just amazing for me, like how often his name will pop up in the chat or a text if there's a big game or Connor does something. People will reference, well, Ben would have loved that, or maybe Ben was giving him the power or something like that. So, I mean, he remains such an awesome part of Oil Country. Thank you for sharing, his story with us, and thank you for all the continued work that you do as well. And hey, enjoy some pizza.
Thank you so much. And thanks for everyone coming by to support the fundraiser at Boston Pizza. And to the community, just thank you again for all the support that you've shown us.
Yeah.
It means a lot.
Yeah, Mike and Lea, thanks for dropping by. I think there's probably other people that want to talk to you. Tell my co-host he's going to get back to work. Okay? You guys can take these off because I'm going to mute you. We can sub Jay back in. Thanks again. So we're at Boston Pizza, Devon, and oops, that's the wrong one. I muted myself. I'm sure a lot of people were quite happy. Thank you for coming, guys. We're at Boston Pizza, Devon. So buy a pizza. Portions of the pizza sales go to the Ben Stelter Foundation. And, of course, we're going to make that the Alberta Blue Cross Courageous Moment. The Stelter family, Ben, their journey, their story. Alberta Blue Cross, running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed just for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you. Jason Milne slides back in. Had you met the Stelters before?
I had not. Incredible.
They're an incredible family. Mike listed off everything that the Ben Stelter Foundation is doing to help kids with cancer, to help families with cancer. It's quite incredible. And, Ben obviously became, a public figure and a super fan. And obviously very tragic he's not here. But, they've driven that forward. And like Lea said, it's been amazing to meet other families, share stories, and all that kind of stuff. So it was nice to catch up with them again. And the Ben Stelter Foundation is just an incredible organization.
Well, and I mean, what better way to honor your son than to make his name the most, as a child, the most well-known name around the Edmonton Oilers, and somewhat the face of this franchise. I mean, that Play La Bamba is still the song.
Yeah, it is.
And that's why we're here. I mean, this is why the portion of the sale of any size pizza, I believe it's $5 from a large pizza, Reid,
right,
goes towards directly to the Ben Stelter Foundation. So, it's fantastic, and they're lovely people. Just you can see their heart is on their sleeve, and I can't imagine what they go through on a day-to-day basis, having to, because part of the thing too is you're honoring your son, but you have to think about it all the time.
Yep.
So I would imagine that's quite tough.
Yeah, we appreciate them dropping by for sure. Like I said, we're live at BP Devon. We'll feature some more Devon-related stories. We had Nolan and Rob Grenier, respectively, setter and head coach for the John Milan volleyball team. That was fun. Father and son teams going to zones this weekend. We'll talk some NAX hockey coming up at the top of the hour. We still have buying or selling for Damon Bunting, and our words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library all ahead. Our off-topic topic for William Huff, let's get we might have some new audience members coming in, so we'll generate some new responses. The off-topic topic is, assuming you're an Edmontonian or live in a larger center.
Correct.
What Alberta small town would you move to if you were forced to move to one? So what are the restrictions again? You can't have
hosted the Olympics.
Somebody said Whistler, which is, I guess we're saying really northern Alberta small town. We're even going to probably Alberta.
Alberta, sure. It can't have a rec center, and it can't have a BP's, because that's what puts you on the map. Once your town has a BP's, you're no longer small town. That's just a fact. Longview, Alberta. You've been to Longview?
Where's that?
South of Calgary. It is in God's country.
Was that a Green Day song?
Yes, it was, actually.
Because you like Green Day.
I do, but it has no relation to the small town.
They didn't write a...
It's as you wind your way west of Calgary, then south towards... Oh, shoot. What's that? I don't know. It's southwest of Calgary.
Okay.
Beautiful. God's country.
Okay.
Good beef jerky.
That's why you would move there.
A lot of bikers go there because...
Bring me all your... That's the river line. Bring me your beef jerky, boy. If you want to cross the river, bring me your beef jerky.
So that lady and her daughter came all the way to say hi to you.
Oh, really?
She's been listening to you forever. Now she says her daughter can't turn it off.
Well, I'll have to say hi to them during the break. That's incredible.
In her car. So a couple fans over there.
Well, I don't have many, so I'm meeting.
That's why I wanted to point them out. Yeah,
14. There it is.
And they brought us out some more food.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Aren't we lucky?
Aren't we?
We are. And are these our next guests?
Yes.
Over there. So we got a lot of people to talk to. Well, then maybe we should do the 5 o'clock break right now.
Sure, let's get at it.
We got our guests ready to go. I got to say hello to some fans.
Yes.
That sounds weird coming out of my mouth. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Gaming made easy anytime, anywhere. With Play Alberta, you have a full casino experience right at your fingertips. Play from your phone, tablet, or computer, whenever works for you. Download the Play Alberta app today and get started with a $50 casino bonus. Just deposit $50 with the promo code EST Casino. Play smart, play local, and remember to use your game sense. Jay, tonight, what's your parlay again?
Well, it's St. Louis to beat Toronto. It's the ultimate spite bet. It's essentially, if the Oilers are going to suck, then everybody else should suck too.
Okay.
So it's St. Louis to beat Toronto, and it's Chicago to beat Calgary.
And I think people got to get in on that.
Oh, soon. 4 minutes.
Soon. Or the Leafs at 5? Oh, yeah. So, yeah, you got to get in there on that.
Do it now.
Anyway, I sprinkled a little bit on that already. Okay, we're rolling into the final hour of the show. Back just after 5.
2 guys and a goalie.
Tommy asked me, so what do we see on Wednesday? And I felt like it was such a stupid answer because I was just like, I can't tell you.
Nobody knows. It's impossible.
With this team right now. We don't have any idea. And we all know they're capable or potentially capable of popping off on a 16-game win streak. We just don't know what we're going to get on a night-to-night basis.
2 guys and a goalie, presented by GS Construction. Tuesday and Thursday afternoons at noon, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Weiss Johnson, whoa.
Hi, Dennis from Weiss Johnson here, and we're excited to be partnering up with the Nielsen Show and have a special deal exclusive for Nielsen Show listeners. Get 10% off any new Trane furnace, air conditioner, or heat pump installation from now until the end of October. Bundle a furnace with an AC or heat pump and get 25% off the package price. Get your home comfort now for all seasons with Weiss Johnson and Trane. Trane, it's hard to stop a train. Visit wjsportstalk.com today.
Summer was packed with memories.
Wait, let me get a picture.
Your garage doesn't have to be.
Wow, look at all this space.
Store your gear with Sentinel Storage and enjoy extra space all year. Try 4 weeks free. Visit sentinelstorage.ca.
Running your own small business takes courage, and as it grows, so does your team. That's why Alberta Blue Cross offers health, dental, life, disability, and wellness benefits designed for small businesses, because we know a healthy team means a thriving business. Join over 5,000 Alberta businesses who have chosen us to help their business grow and succeed. Alberta Blue Cross takes care of you and your employees, so you can take care of your business. Visit ab.bluecross.ca to find a plan that's right for you.
At Mind 360, we invite you to embark on your mental health journey in a safe and comfortable space. Conveniently located in St. Albert, Mind 360 has a diverse team of experienced clinicians that offer a broad range of tailored services for children, adults, and families. Furthermore, we are very proud to serve our military, veterans, and first responders. If you're looking for counseling, treatment, or assessment, understand that you are not alone. Contact Mind 360 at mind360.ca to book an appointment today.
Three games are just about to get underway in the NHL. Toronto playing host to St. Louis. Seattle hitting the ice in Detroit while the Lightning dance with the Devils. In other news, World Juniors is returning to Edmonton and Red Deer Two cities last co-hosted the event in 2022. WHL action, it's the Oil Kings taking on the Penticton V's. 7:35 puck drop. Edmonton first in the Eastern Conference, while Penticton is fourth in the West. To the Association, Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo will miss up to 2 weeks with a groin strain he suffered last night against the Cavaliers. And there's 6 games on tap. The Lakers meet the Jazz. LeBron James will take warm-ups before making a decision to play in his first game of the season. James has missed the first 14 games of the year with low back issues, and in just a moment, Golden State and Orlando hit the court. MLB news, Bo Bichette of the Jays is one of 9 players who have turned down their one-year qualifying offers worth just over $22 million. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. Hour 3 of the Reid Wilkins Show starts right now.
All right, we're having a great time here in Devon today at Boston Pizza. Portions of all pizza sales until Saturday go into the Ben Stelter Foundation, so that's great. Oilers play again tomorrow against the Washington Capitals. So tomorrow, during this time slot, Jay and I will go from 3 to 4. Tom Gazzola will be on from 4 to 5 with the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show, and then Jay and I will do our final hour from 5 to 6. So we're in Devon, so we wanted to talk to some famous Devonians. Is that what we call people from Devon? Taylor, you got to get in here a little bit.
I guess so.
Everybody move over a little bit. If you're on YouTube, we got to have the video of it. Taylor's not used to this from my other show. We just talked on the phone. Taylor Harnett is here, head coach of the Devon Xtreme in the Alberta Junior Hockey League. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing great. Good to see you again. How you doing?
Great to see you again. You and I have been talking on and off for over 10 years now.
Yeah.
So it's good
over
to see
a decade.
you. Happy to be back in Alberta?
Love it. Yeah. Well, born and raised in Edmonton, right? And yeah, it's been gone for almost a decade. So yeah, I'm loving it.
Okay, I'm trying to remember because you were South Side.
Yeah.
Then was it Wayway C Capo? Am I saying that right?
Yeah, I was with the Wayway C Capo Wolverines in the Manitoba Junior Hockey League for a number of years.
And then did you go to BC for a while?
Yeah, I was in the BCHL last year.
And am I missing a stop?
Yeah. I spent some time in Texas, and so.
Oh, right. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because you used to text me that you were listening to Inside Sports in Texas.
Yes.
One person.
The one person. Yeah.
The one person. All right. And Xander Schulte is here as well. So you're the captain of the Xtreme?
Yes, sir.
All right. How much of an honor is it to wear a letter?
No, it's awesome. It's a great honor. Take a lot of pride in trying to lead the way and try to show the younger guys how to play some hockey.
All right. Where are you from?
I'm from a small town called Onaway, just north of Edmonton.
Oh, geez. Okay. So I think people know where Onaway is.
Yeah.
Do you know where Evansburg is?
Yeah, I know.
We used to play them in volleyball too. We had guys from the Devon volleyball team.
Oh,
this is a lot. It's been a while since I've been in high school, so don't.
Barhead was our rivalry.
So. What's that?
Barhead was our rivalry.
Oh, you had Barhead as your rival.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So what was the minor hockey system like growing up in Onaway?
No, it was obviously it's a smaller town, and we're in that 1990 league. So I moved around a little bit. Obviously, I ended up playing most of my minor hockey in Stony Plain there, same league. But yeah, it's a lot of fun. Lots of friends in that league, and we had a couple championships playing there, so it was fun.
Okay, and then because this is only Devon's second year in the AJ, right?
Correct.
So did you play for other teams in the AJ?
Yeah, I started my first couple games with Whitecourt as an affiliate. I got traded after my rookie season to Drayton Valley, played a season there, and then was traded to Devon last year.
All right, now I understand your dad is quite the hockey player?
He seems to be, yeah.
Tell us a little bit about him.
Yeah, he was drafted in the 90s to the Quebec Nordiques, and he was in a famous trade, obviously, for Sakic, and he got traded to the Flames. That's his famous story. James Duthie, he likes to tell that one, apparently. So, no, yeah.
Wait, what's the James Duthie angle?
He was the one that announced that trade, and my dad, apparently he's good buddies with him, so he texts him about it every now and then.
Oh, okay. Now, did your dad learn about it from TV, or he told about it behind the scenes?
I think he was told about it behind the scenes.
Because some guys say they're watching Trade Center. It's like, oh, I've been traded.
Well, the hardest part was getting traded to the Flames as an Edmontonian, right?
That's a good point. I never thought of that angle. So
exactly.
how important has he been in your hockey journey?
No, he's a big part. Day in and day out in the summers, we're working out, training hard, every day almost. Lots of jumps I couldn't have taken without him. So lots of things come from him in my game. That's for sure.
Okay, awesome. And Taylor, you're coaching this guy. I was looking at the standings. Like, it looks like the North. And I want to tell people, if they're Googling the standings and they see Devon technically in last, but points percentage is different because you guys haven't played as many games as everybody else. So how's the team doing?
We're doing, you know what? We're coming along great. We're building every day. It's we got a great group. We got a great leadership group. That's a big help. When you got great leaders in the room, it makes things a little bit easier on the coaching staff. But connected is a term we use quite a bit, and we're seeing a lot of that lately. And guys are having fun. We've got everything set up. We've got everything we need in our facility, and we got a great training staff. So all the pieces are there. I think we've only played 15 games. Yeah. I think there might be some
teams
that
play like 20
games. Yeah. But we gotta. Yeah. Eventually we'll catch up. So it's what we do with those games, right? But I'm having a blast, and I just love working with the group so far.
So last year was the first year. Is recruiting a challenge to tell kids, like, hey, like, there is a team here, like, we're trying to build, as opposed to like, oh, Grand Prairie's been in the league forever, you know what I mean? Like, against some of those other teams.
I think recruiting is a challenge for any organization. There's a lot of choices out there now, and we had some league meetings today, and that's always a topic of discussion, is the options. The path that the players, before they had to make a decision, and now there's a lot more choices for them. So you got to include that in how you recruit your players. But it's all about the experience and the development. So you've got to be able to offer that. And like I said, prior, we got a lot of good things here. But recruiting is, it's something that I think we're going to have to build on and establish a good reputation. And I think that the way things are going right now, from my perspective, we should have a pretty good advantage in that department.
So you've been around junior hockey a long time, and there's changes now with the WHL and the NCAA. Have you seen, or do you foresee any trickle down to junior A? And maybe even I'll bundle in the teams that left Alberta for the BC.
Yeah, of course, it's the CGHL is it covers the whole country, but we're working in a phase 2 of a Western Canadian development model, and the Western Hockey League's a partnership in that. Some organizations, they follow that a little bit different, but the Western Hockey League now has many different options in how they can recruit their players. Right. And before they had a challenge of having assigned players, and now they're able to speak to some junior A teams and reassign players, and affiliate players a little bit different. So it's different. But for myself, being back in the CGHL, I've been out of it for over a year.
Right.
I'm still learning, but definitely a different partnership with Major Junior. We definitely see it.
Xander, do you have plans beyond this year with hockey, or still to be determined?
That's still to be determined.
Yeah.
Obviously, been talking to a couple schools, and just trying to see what my best option is.
There's a school in Edmonton.
Yeah, Nate.
The U of A too.
There's U of A. 100%.
They're always looking for good players too. Taylor Harnett joining us. He's the head coach of the Devon Xtreme of the AJHL. His captain, Xander Schulte, is here as well. Look, Taylor, I got to ask you. Mm-hmm. Because the reason we would have first started talking, because you were coaching, was it 13-14? Benson had the big year, or 12-13? He was in that range, right, with Southside?
Yeah, well, he had 2 big years.
Well, yeah, that's true. I shouldn't limit it to just one.
Maybe it was both.
Was your goaltender not a certain guy who's on the orders right now? Did you have Stu one year?
Both years, yeah.
You had Stu both years as well? Yeah. How closely do you follow him? And when you hear, not just guys like me, but he's pretty hot topic with the fan base, do you have to turn that off? Or is it you're like, well, I got to detach from my previous relationship with him and see how he's doing.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big fan of Stu. I always have been. I believe in him, but I think that I mean, I don't listen. When people start talking about him, and I just kind of stay out of it because he's like any other player. He's gonna have good days and bad days, but I mean, what he's battled through the past, not just 2 years, but what he's battled through since getting an opportunity to play for Edmonton. I think he's done a magnificent job, and you just look at what he's accomplished. I mean, he's a goaltender that's played in 2 Stanley Cup finals, and he's had his ups and downs, just like we're seeing with a lot of players on the Edmonton Oilers right now. But there's a lot of humility in Stewie, and I got to see it. Granted, it was over a decade ago, right. But I'm a big fan, and if there's any negativity out there, I tune it out. I don't get involved, and unless I feel I have to. But I think he's going to do great things, and I mean, I continue to follow his career, and I think he's gonna do good things. So.
All right, Devon Xtreme. So when's the next home game for you guys? Or where can people check out? Search
Friday,
the web.
Saturday.
Friday, Saturday. Who are you playing?
We play Fort Mac, both games.
Back to back.
They still come down for double headers.
Yeah, we still have to go up to them still.
Yeah, that's a great road trip.
It is
very scenic.
It's a lot safer now than it was 50. Last time I went up there, I think it was 1 lane. So.
Oh, is it twinned all the way now?
I don't know if it is.
Because I went up there with the Lloyd Blazers.
Yeah.
This was even before they were the Bobcats for a playoff series. And I was after
the Lloyd Blazers. Who was coaching Gord Thibodeau? Or?
No, the year I went up with them, I think, was Danny's year, Haygarth.
Okay.
Do you remember him? I don't know if
I know the name. But.
And then because he was the assistant. And then, I can't remember all the coaches because they weren't that great when I was there.
Yeah, that's when you got promoted. I think they started you out doing curling, bonspils, and Lloyd. I think I heard you.
That was the whole time. Yeah, that was the whole time. Curling, chuck wagon racing, rodeo. You did it all. It was great. But they changed to Bobcats while I was there.
Okay.
Right, because they kind of had they were community owned, and then I think they kind of still were community owned, but a company basically took over operations. So they decided to change the name. Anyway.
They got a beautiful facility there now.
So are they now, do they play in the Civic Center or do they play in the Service Place or whatever it is?
They got a new rink there.
Well, they have a totally new rink, so I'm not even up to date on that anymore.
Brand new facility.
Is it in Alberta or Saskatchewan?
It's in Saskatchewan.
Yeah, that's the trivia question. What Alberta Junior Hockey League team plays its home games in Saskatchewan?
Yeah.
I would always ask people that.
Yeah.
And they look at me, I was crazy, but it's very
still
true.
is, yeah.
Hey, Taylor, it's great to see you again because you and I have been in touch off and on for several years, so it's great you're back in Devon here. Xander, all the best the rest of the season. Thanks a lot for dropping by, guys.
Thank you.
From the Devon Xtreme.
Thank you.
In the Alberta Junior Hockey
League.
We're going to sub your colleague in here on the fly. We'll do a on-the-fly line change here on the Reid Wilkins Show with Jason Milne. We're going to sub him in, Jay. We're going to have a little bit more on NAX. Ayrton Nikkel. Yeah, we'll throw this on here, Ayrton. Thanks for coming, by the way. All right. You got me okay?
Yeah.
All right, Ayrton Nikkel. So you're the NAX U15 coach?
Yeah, the U15.
So how many teams are there at NAX?
There's 6, and then including the junior team, there'd be 7. So we have a U15 varsity team, U15 prep, U17 varsity, U17 prep, and then U18 prep team.
Okay. So does this give, because I'm not sure how it works, does this mean they automatically now can play up with the AJHL team, or when they reach that age, are they still open to everybody else?
Yeah, so how we kind of structure it here is we have a NAX 1 program. It is for kids that aren't of age to play for the U15 teams. So you're looking at, 11 years old or so, something like that. And then they get exposed to the program and they get to work with our coaches on the ice in the mornings. They get to shadow some of the U15 varsity practices. So they can go hop on the ice with them, get exposed to our coaching staff and our program, and eventually, play U15 varsity or U15 prep, and then after the U15 prep year, they kind of filter into the rest of the academy.
So how long have you been with NAX now?
About 3 months.
Oh, you're relatively new.
Yeah.
How long has NAX been going? It's been going a while now.
It's relatively young in the grand scheme of the Canadian Sports School Hockey League.
Okay.
I believe when I was playing is when the CSSHL really started to take off, which is about 15, 16 years ago now.
That's right.
But yeah, the NAX program has been very, very dominant within the relatively short time they've been around.
So who do you typically play against?
So we'll play OHA Edmonton, which is the Okanagan Hockey Academy, which is branched into Edmonton.
Right.
Edge School in Calgary, Calgary International Hockey Academy.
Okay.
So 2 teams in Edmonton, 2 teams in Calgary. There's a team in Medicine Hat, Southern Alberta Hockey Academy. Then we mostly play the Alberta teams, some Saskatchewan teams, and out to Manitoba as well.
Okay.
The BC division, we will play at showcases, they're called. So the entire league comes together at an event. Say we went to Winnipeg this year. So the whole league comes together, and then we get to play some of the BC teams.
Right. Okay. So that's how it works. And so what's a typical day like for, do we call them student athletes, I guess?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep, absolutely. I mean, it is always school first for us as well. I mean, doesn't matter how good you are at hockey, you still need to be a good person and a good athlete. Right. And that's really what we want to teach is good habits, not just on the ice, but off the ice as well. So a typical day for these kids is there's some shuttle pickups that pick them up around the city if their parents aren't able to drive them to Devon.
Okay.
And then so they get to the rink about 7:45 in the morning. My group and the U15 varsity group hits the ice at 8:15. We'll go till 9:30. And at the same time, we'll have the U17 teams will be in the gym. So one team will be upstairs in the speed room, and the other team will be downstairs at the weight room. And then at 9:30, they have about half an hour to swap. So we'll get our team will get undressed, go into the gym. The U17s will get out of the gym and get onto the ice. While that's going on, the U18 preps and the U18 female team is at the high school. And then at about noon, they do a swap, and our guys will go to school. The U18s will come to the rink for their workout and their ice, and our players are in school till about 4:45.
Okay.
Head home.
Oh, so it's a very professionally structured day.
Yes,
you got to
absolutely.
take care of both. Now is Gunther not a grad? Dylan Gunther?
I believe so.
From
Yes.
NAX, so that'd be you got a pretty good contract last year. So there is a pretty good path here. So when and I sort of started with this, but when they're done at NAX, then could be WHL, could be AJHL. If they go right to grade 12, it could be maybe you're going to Nate or McEwen or Bears
Absolutely.
or whoever. Yeah.
Yeah, the landscape of hockey has changed drastically with the WHL, or sorry, the NCAA now allowing WHL players. So really the goal is to play the highest level possible, but each kid has a different path. So whether your path is to go to the AJHL and then try and then move on to a Western League team, eventually move on to the NCAA and further into the pros. But I mean, really our focus is developing their habits on and off the ice so that they don't just make these levels, they can have success at those levels as well.
Is there a rule about when these other teams can talk to your kids?
So NCAA's not allowed to speak with kids until they're 15 years old. So for my group, their NCAA schools are not allowed to speak with my group for another few months until I believe after January 10th is the deadline.
That's that magic. Okay.
Yeah, but so the Western League is allowed to talk to them right now. So my group, the U15 preps and the 2011 age group is the one going into the WHL draft.
Right. Okay.
So our U15 teams are heavily scouted by the Western League right now.
Oh, amazing. Okay.
So they'll get, hopefully get drafted, stick around for another year at the U18 level, and then, when they're ready, move on to the Western League.
Okay. Incredible. Well, hey, thanks for joining us. All the best at NAX. Like I said, we wanted to shine some light on some Devon athletes and coaches and institutions while we're out here at BP. So all the best. Ayrton Nikkel, the NAX U15 head coach. You can leave that on. We're going to break, so we can chat off here a little bit. Jason Mills is going to slide back in, and we're going to give away the Oilers tickets to Tuesday's game in the next segment. Here's the Coop.
Games are underway in the NHL all midway through the first period. The Blues and Maple Leafs are tied at one apiece. Jake McCabe on the board for Toronto on assists, tying the game at one aside. And both of the other games underway are scoreless. The Kraken and Red Wings duking it out while the Devils and Lightning are underway. After that, the Islanders and Stars match up before the Flames drop the puck against the Blackhawks. Meanwhile, the World Juniors are coming back to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. The cities co-hosted the event in 2022. From Penticton, the Oil Kings and V's clash. Puck drop at 7:35. 3 other games on tap in the WHL. In other news, the Bucks are without Giannis Antetokounmpo for 1 to 2 weeks. He left yesterday's game against Cleveland with a groin strain. For the Lakers, LeBron James is warming up tonight against the Jazz before a final decision is made on his return. James has missed the first 14 games of the year with a low back injury. Underway in the association right now. Halfway through the opening quarter, the Warriors are up 15-13 against the Magic. And elsewhere, 9 players, including Toronto's Bo Bichette, have declined their one-year qualifying offer worth just over $22 million. The Reid Wilkins Show continues from Devon at Boston Pizza on the other side of the break. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
Hockey is heating up, and so is the excitement on Play Alberta. With casino winners every hour, jackpots worth millions, and revenue that stays in the province, there's never been a better time to sign up. Right now, our listeners can score a $50 free bet when they make a minimum $50 deposit with code EST50. That's code EST50 for a $50 free bet. Start playing with your game sense today to find out if you're Alberta's next winner. Must be 18 plus to play. If you gamble, please use your game sense.
It's wing showdown time at the Canadian Brewhouse. Creamy street corn goes head-to-head with Mexican chili lime. 2 bold flavors battling for your taste buds. Grab them anytime, or just 69 cents every Wing Wednesday. The Canadian Brewhouse. Our house is your house.
The River Cree Resort and Casino features the best in live entertainment, including international U2 tribute band, Desire, November 14th. Performing decades of U2's greatest hits, it's Desire, November 14th at the River Cree. Tickets for this show and more at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement, bet on it.
What a ride it was. The Blue Jays have made our whole country proud. Sentinel Storage is honored to stand with Canada's team every step of the way. Thank you, Blue Jays. Sentinel Storage, official storage provider of the Toronto Blue Jays.
Oh, what a show. This is great, buddy. Sorry you had to get subbed out there a few times.
Rob from the Grove's here.
Rob from the Grove is here. I didn't even go talk to him. I was talking to Taylor Harnett a little bit more. So we've had a good show. We've talked some Oilers. We've had some people on from Devon. We're in Devon at Boston Pizza. Still time to come see us. I can't believe I have a couple of fans in Devon and of you.
Yeah, I was not expecting that.
I've been listening to me for longer.
I thought they were here to see the Reid part of the Reid Wilkins
They
show.
also wanted to meet you.
That's incredible.
You're very shy. But you did a great job. That was really nice.
That was fantastic.
Really nice. 780-218-9999 is how you text us. That's the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino, home of the Kitchen Restaurant, Sundays and Mondays, 50% off the entire menu. That's Sundays and Mondays, 5 p.m. until close. And that's where you have to text the answer to this trivia question. And the first right answer wins 2 tickets to see the Oilers and Stars at Rogers Place 1 week from today.
Incredible.
So 2 tickets. They're courtesy Boston Pizza and Molson. You have to name all 3 people who have been the head coach of both the Edmonton Oilers and the Minnesota/Dallas organization. So there are 3 people who have been the head coach of both the Oilers and the Minnesota North Stars/Dallas Stars. Okay?
Can I say something?
Please do.
I kind of surprised myself that I got these. I needed help with one name.
Yeah, there's a couple that I would think people will get to fairly quickly. And then there's another that might be a little more challenging.
And you yourself said that you did not know.
No, and if I ever did know in my life, I'd forgotten.
Forgotten, right.
Yes. So...
Okay, so what's the question again? These are for a pair of Oilers
you have
tickets?
to text in 780-218-9999, River Cree Resort and Casino inbox. Do not post in the nasty chat because we don't accept guesses coming into the nasty chat. There are 3 individuals who have been the head coach of both the Edmonton Oilers and the Stars organization, and I'll say that includes the North Stars. Is that the best way to put it? So dating back to Minnesota and their move to Dallas.
I believe that is the best way to put it.
That is the best way to put it. So you got to name all 3, and whoever does it gets the tickets. Anybody guessing yet? Well, Jay, I can keep an eye on it too now. This is fun.
Ooh. We have some guesses.
Yeah, but nobody's right.
Nobody's got it right.
Nobody's.
Oh, well.
That's a good guess, but that's. I said someone would guess that, and
yes,
they would be wrong. They would be wrong if they guessed that.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Okay. So we'll see where that goes. We got it. Who got it? No. That's right. No, that's not right. Sorry. Sorry, Jay. That's it.
That's it.
Are you kidding me? Well, he's not eligible to win, right? Because he got mystery player last week. We have a 3-week moratorium on this show.
Okay.
So that person can't win.
Somebody else got it.
Okay, there it is. So this is an unnamed texter. Jay's going to write back to you. And the correct answer is, so these are all digital tickets, obviously. So we'll get your information, pass it on to the rep here, and they'll send you the tickets. The correct answer is Ken Hitchcock, Dave Tippett, and John Muckler, who briefly was the head coach of the Minnesota North Stars in their second year in the National Hockey League. Believe it or not. Hitchcock, Tippett, Muckler is the answer. How many people put in Gulletson? Like 20?
A lot.
Gulletson was never the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers.
That's right.
Somebody put in Bob Gainey. He was never part of the Oilers organization. But a lot
still, the Gulletsons are still coming in.
People are still texting in Gulletson, who was never the head coach of the Edmonton Oilers. So that's a good one. So this unnamed, no name on that text.
Trying to find out.
Congratulations, anonymous human being. Well, we got to get your name. We can just give a first name. We're not going to give your whole name out. All right. If you're in the nasty chat on YouTube, by the way, we are 3 thumbs away from 100 with still half an hour to go in the show. So hit that thumbs up. If you've already given us a thumbs up, hit the share button and send it off to somebody else and tell them to check out the show. And then we can see if we can get over 100 for that. Let's do buying or selling here. And this, of course, is presented by our good friend Damon Bunting. I'm excited somebody got that answer. Damon Bunting,
that was impressive.
Yeah, Damon Bunting, a consistent top-producing realtor in the greater Edmonton area for over 18 years. He and his team would love to help you find that right home or make the move from your current home. Community-driven, he understands what it takes to make a difference in our city. Check him out, DamonBunting.com, or the Instagram handle of Damon Bunting Real Estate. I'm going to give you, what do I have here? I'm going to give you a football one to start off with.
Okay.
Buying or selling? Trevor Harris will one day be in the Canadian Football Hall of Fame.
Trevor Harris. You know what, Reid? I'm going to buy on that.
Okay.
Now, this is the first Grey Cup he's won?
Yes. But he was. I can't remember if he was a third string.
He played in Ottawa.
Right.
And he lost that.
Was he Ray's backup or third string one year in Toronto? He might have been. But anyway, this
could have been. Like, he was the guy.
Right.
He broke a record in that game in completion percentage. And I think if you look at his body of work, it's quite good. Now, this would be the piece that would take it to, over the top.
Right.
At least in my opinion. And by all accounts, I don't think he's done. Right? So he could add, maybe he's not going to win Grey Cups, but he could climb up that career passing leaderboard. Just going to look this up.
See, this is an interesting one to me because I do think longevity is important if you continue to be productive. Like if you play till you're 45, but you're the backup for the last 10 years, you only start 2 of your last 10 years, then it's not the same.
I mean, right now he's 16th all time in passing yards in the CFL, behind Michael Riley, Dieter Brock, Ken Austin, Bo Levi. I mean, all these people will be or are going to be in the Hall of Fame.
Right.
Now that he's got his Grey Cup, I think that cements his legacy.
See, I didn't know what you were going to say to this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sell.
Okay.
And again, I do think the longevity is important. I do think the career passing yards are going to be up there. But the CFL is a small league.
Yep.
Has he ever been considered one of the top 3 quarterbacks in the league? Even the top 3 in a 9-team league? Even this year, at best, he'd be 3rd.
At best. I mean, you have...
Like, and I know his completion percentage was impressive. He did a great job running that offense. Like, he did his job at a high level. But I still also say to me, okay, even knowing that Harris is the Grey Cup winning quarterback, if someone came to me and said, Reid, you can have one CFL quarterback to win one game for you based on what they did in 2025, I would go Rourke, Alexander, Bo Levi, probably Adams. I'd probably even put Kolaros well, that's tough for this year, I guess.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to put
not him for this year, career-wise. So anyway, even if I say, like even this year, I don't know if Harris is anything better than, in my mind, the 4th best quarterback in the league. Now, he won the Grey Cup. That's obviously the best thing you can do. But I don't know if I can look at his career and say he's amongst the all-time greats in the Canadian Football League.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say he's amongst the all-time very good or very efficient.
That's true. If he plays again, let's say he plays 2 more years at a decent clip, he should be able to move into, 12th, 13th in all-time CFL passing.
Right.
And he's got a Grey Cup. He was the Grey Cup MVP. I mean,
is important.
It is important. Winning a championship, I know, that's going to haunt Dan Marino for the rest of his life.
Sure.
Right? Well, not haunt, but, he's never going to be considered one of the greats.
Right. Because
he never won the Super Bowl championship. Now he's got that, and he did it at the age of 39. He's been an adequate quarterback. He's the kind of, for me, he's gotten kind of better with age. He led this team. And Jed was on the show yesterday. It wasn't like he was a field general out there managing the game with an 83% completion percentage, Grey Cup record, and just taking 5-yard, short shots. No, he was taking the ball downfield.
True.
That's an interesting question, though, Reid. You know what? I have time of day for both sides of that. Not that it's an argument.
Okay, but here's my other question.
Mm-hmm.
Was the Riders' offense built around Trevor Harris, or was it built around A.J. Ouellette? To me, it was built around Ouellette. I think if other teams were game planning for the Riders, it's like if we can take Ouellette away, then maybe we can make it harder on Harris.
Yep.
And nobody really took Ouellette away.
That's a fair point.
Thanks.
That's a fair point.
Thank you, Jay.
You're welcome. I just... And Reid, honestly, for me, it's probably recency bias as well, where it all unfolds. And look, I think I still stand by my answer. I still say buying.
Yeah, well, it's going to be interesting. I mean, if he keeps lighting it up and wins another title, and that Riders team should be positioned to be quite strong again.
Yep.
For the next couple of years at least. I know a lot could change quickly in football and injuries and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, I thought you'd like that one.
King Piz is the winner?
Is the winner. Of the tickets, okay.
So I'm going to hand off your information, King Piz. Thanks for sending me that to the people here at Boston Pizza. They're going to email you the tickets. If you don't have them, say by, when is this game? Next week?
A week from today still.
Okay.
Yeah.
Say you don't have them by Thursday, send me a message. Let me know. But Reid, buying or selling?
I got to read this from McDiesel in the Nasty Chat.
Go ahead.
Ace Ventura always comes to mind whenever Dan Marino is mentioned.
Yeah. He was great in that movie.
Yeah.
So was Ace Ventura, for that matter.
Well, didn't that really launch Carey? Because that was before The Mask, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think that really launched him into movie stardom. Carey's best movie, though, still The Truman Show. Incredible.
Yeah, I totally disagree. I couldn't disagree more.
You
Dumb
didn't
and
like
Dumber.
The Truman Show, or what's that?
Dumb and Dumber.
Oh, Dumb and Dumber is very good.
Like, Dumb and Dumber is Jim
Dumb and
Carrey.
Dumber is hilarious.
Now, I'm not saying for movie quality, per se. The Truman Show was a great movie.
I love that movie.
But Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels and Dumb and Dumber is just, that's a part of my youth.
I got to tell you, guess what I watched on Friday? The Naked Gun.
Did you?
The new Naked Gun.
Oh, the new one.
The new Naked Gun with Liam Neeson and Pamela Anderson.
Really?
And it's good.
Is it?
It's good. Like it's not even an hour and a half. I will say
That's about as long as it should be.
That's as long as it should be.
Yeah.
It had the spirit of the earlier movies. I will say there weren't as many jokes in probably the second half as the first half, but it made me laugh. It turned my brain back to 12 years old.
Yeah.
Because, when I saw it advertised, I thought, oh, no. Like, can they really do this
Right.
again? Is it just going to be, you know what it's like watching a comedy when they're trying too hard?
Yeah.
But, about 10 minutes in, I was like, okay, they got the tone. They didn't quite carry it through to the end, again, in terms of the quantity of the jokes, but it made me laugh. Neeson did a good job. Pamela Anderson was actually quite funny,
Really?
funny as well. So,
What would you call that style of humor? Dry?
Kind of, yeah, but there's also
Like slapstick?
absurd even. Like,
Yeah. I was wondering if Liam Neeson could deliver that. Like
Yeah.
Leslie Nielsen did. Like, I mean, that he was the best. Do you ever see the clips of Leslie Nielsen when he was doing interviews? How they'll always have the cast of the movie.
Deadpan would be that style for him, the actor. Yeah.
But when they're promoting a movie, they always do interviews with the lead. ETV and stuff.
Yeah.
And he would bring in a fart machine, and he'd have it in
right.
his pocket, and he'd play this during the interview, and just deadpan. Didn't break once.
We should start doing that.
Farts?
Yeah, have a fart machine.
I'd like that.
Why not?
Sure. Farts are the funniest thing.
They really are.
Like I can hear
well timed.
Yeah, and the different vocabulary of farts.
Right.
There's the trumpet, there's the squeaker, there's the, there's so many different ways you can go, and they all carry a different tone with
They
them.
really do. Yeah.
So I appreciate a good fart. I will laugh out loud at farts quite often, actually. Buying or selling, the Oilers will make significant changes to the lineup prior to the Olympic break.
I'm going to say selling.
And I mean significant.
Yeah, I don't think they, quite frankly, I don't think that I don't think they have the means to do so with no movement clause and some players making a lot of money. And quite frankly, who's sitting there to help out the Edmonton Oilers? I mean, we've talked about this. If they could get a goalie that was an obvious upgrade in a doable trade, Bowman would have done it.
Yep.
Now I'm not letting Bowman off the hook because, quite frankly, and I said this with Tom on a post-game show in the last couple of weeks because the Knobloch stuff came up, and I said if I were to criticize somebody above the player level, it would be more Bowman and less Knobloch. He's going to have to do some difficult things here to try to make this roster better, and he's gambled on some players that it has not paid off. I mean, Frederick. I mean, what was Dusty saying? He's on pace for 32 goals in 8 years. He's even Mangiapane, we'll see. Some of the younger players and Tomashek, like those were gambles. I guess Savoy is playing fairly well. And then you can even go back to moves from last summer as well. So I don't know if Bowman is adept enough to do it, quite frankly. Like, is he... And again, who's he going to trade? Half the forwards have no trade.
Well,
clause.
I'm just
Over
looking
half.
at Puckpedia. I mean, who are you going to... Somebody would have to remove their clause.
Right.
And say, okay. And I think a lot of people think it would be that guy that would be earmarked to...
Which one?
Darnell Nurse. to say, take the handcuffs off. Let us rid you of this team, and we rid you of your salary.
Yeah,
and try and find some more pieces with that $9 million.
Yeah,
but that
why would Darnell?
Why would he do that?
Like he signed the contract for it to be on.
No, there's a contract.
If I were the player or the agent, I'd be like, we didn't sign that contract, so you could come back and ask us to change the contract. No, you never know. I know Arvidsson waived his in the summer.
Yeah,
but usually these things don't happen unless it's going to a contending team or something like that. But yeah, I think it's going to be tough. And again, I'm not letting Bowman off the hook. His job is to do a very tough job, and it's competitive amongst all the 32 GMs. But I think the roster probably needs significant changes, and I think there will be changes. But I'm gonna sell that they are significant changes, like in terms of like an eye-popping trade or an Ekholm that comes in like he did 3 years ago and revolutionizes how the D-core looks.
Yeah.
I don't think that's going to happen. Again, people are going to say I'm negative again, but that's how I look at it.
Well, you're realistic because the reality is that they can't move a lot of things.
Right.
They can't go out and get a $8-9 million goaltender. They simply can't unless something else goes with it.
Well, yeah. No, it's like I hate being this person, but it's not good. Like it's not good. And like sometimes you'll hear coaches or GMs say, Trey Living, you might even said it today, like the solutions are within the walls of the dressing room. But I'm not sure about that either because I think some of these players can't play much better than they're playing. I do think there are some guys that can play significantly better than they're playing, but it's scary to see. It's scary to see, Nurse's struggles, Wallman's struggles. Like I didn't think Wallman. I had high hopes for Wallman.
Mm-hmm.
He has not been great, and they're all running around like they look like they've never played together before. Like I mentioned, some of the defensive coverage. Like this guy goes behind the net. Who's taking him? I don't know. Like the goal last night, Wallman's chasing a guy, then he stops chasing him, and then Lazar reacts and is like, okay, I guess I got to get him. And in the meantime, the guy's like, 4 seconds to pick my spot. Isn't this nice?
Yeah. I mean, it's not to say some of these players you just referenced can't play better because the team on a whole is just, even Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl is good as many points as they are producing.
Right.
You still know that they can do more and there can be more.
Right.
And there can be more out of this lineup. But some of these players just may be limited. And that's when you then go back to what we talked about earlier. Is this team, if this team sneaks in and turns it around and sneaks in a wild card position, that might be a victory this year for this year's team.
Now,
given the roster.
I know, I understand because we always get these messages when we talk about this. Yes, they have not played a game with McDavid, Draisaitl, Hyman, and Nugent-Hopkins all in the lineup at the same time. That is fair. That will help. That will balance out the lines. Roslovic, and I criticized the GM. That's actually been an amazing signing. I wish he would check a little better. Like he was puck watching on the tying goal in Carolina. You got to you can't back check 90% of the way. So he's got a little bit of that in his game. But that's been a good move. Kapanen coming back. Okay, you know where I'm at with Kapanen.
Yep.
He plays good occasionally.
Yeah.
But you might say at least he has experience. Maybe he bumps somebody else out. But, how high can this team soar? I don't know. I don't know. Like I said before the season, I thought maybe they could, 97, 98 points, which is not bad, but they don't look like they can get there right now.
No.
Here's the thing that I got to ask people. And I don't want to shoot down anybody's opinion or optimism, but because I still hear a lot of, they're going to turn it around. It's not the playoffs yet. I'm like, okay, but to make the playoffs, at some point you got to win 6 out of 8, or have a month with 15 games and you go 10-5, or 10-3-2, or 9-4-2, something like that. Do they look like they can do that?
No,
they don't. It's hard for them to win 2 periods in a row, let alone 2 games in a row. Do you think, buying or selling, do you think it's hard to get a team like the Oilers motivated for the regular season? Do you think it's hard for them to take their regular season seriously?
Yes.
They've been to the Cup final 2 years in a row.
Yes. Yes. Because they did the same thing for the last 2 seasons as well. They just got in. Just got to get into the dance, and then you find that gear, which if this team is capable of getting into the playoffs, this is a totally different conversation. Right now, it's unfortunately not part of the real question or real conversation, because it's a major question mark if this team's even going to get there. Now, I know we've been here before. We've said this. We've been there, done that. Understand. But that might be what this coaching staff is up against.
It's just...
Is it hard to motivate this team?
Maybe. And then they do play, we've said it a lot, passion, emotion, and even some of the players have said in interviews. I think Knobloch said it again last night. Like, we start well, but we don't maintain the emotion, or the other team surpasses our emotional level. Maybe that's something to it. My concern is you still have to have pockets of the season where you turn it on. You know, it's like a golfer saying, hey, I know I can make 6 birdies in a row. Well, eventually you might only have 4 holes left.
Yeah. That's a great way of putting it.
You know,
yes.
So that's what I'm worried about.
I just got to get to this. This came in on the afternoon inbox presented by River Cree Resort and Casino. Does Weiss Johnson have a promo code? Now, as we all know, Weiss Johnson is the presenting partner of The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric, which is right here on Edmonton Sports Talk, as well as Cruise 95.7 from 6 to 9 in the morning. They do. What I would say is to do this is Google Weiss Johnson. That's WEISSJOHNSON Sports Talk. They have a special page that they've dedicated to their partnership with Edmonton Sports Talk, that if you get in touch with them there, they'll know you're a nasty and they'll take good care of you.
Awesome.
So that's what I would do. Weiss Johnson Sports Talk.
All right, we're going to do Word of the Day when we get back to wrap up the show. I got to thank everybody here at Boston Pizza, Devon, for their hospitality today. This has been an incredible day. We've been broadcasting here since 11 o'clock. And remember, until Saturday, if you order a pizza at Boston Pizza, a portion of the sales will go to the Ben Stelter Foundation, which is incredible. We had Ben's parents, Mike and Lea, in earlier. They talked at length about all the great work the Ben Stelter Foundation does, all the kids and families that it's been helping over the last few years. So, hey, enjoy a pizza, help the Ben Stelter Foundation.
Yeah, and enjoy the pizza.
Saturday.
What do we have today?
Absolutely.
Meteor.
I had a really good pizza. I don't know what it was. I just grabbed the native.
Great White North.
I think I had a Great White North.
We got an Appy plate waiting for you, Reid.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
This is incredible. Okay.
You better get to it, or I might eat it.
I think a couple, my cousin and her husband are coming.
Oh,
have
that's
supper with me
right.
here. So that'll be fun, too. All right. Here comes the Coupe, and then words of the day.
Three games live in the NHL, all in the first intermission. The Lightning up 2-0 over the Devils. Jake Guentzel and Nikita Kucherov on the board for Tampa. We also see Jordan Eberle putting the Kraken up 1-0 on the power play over the Red Wings. And it's notched at 1-1 between the Maple Leafs and the Blues. In other news, the World Juniors is coming back to Edmonton and Red Deer in 2027. The two cities last co-hosted the event in 2022. WHL action, it's the Oil Kings sitting the ice in Penticton against the V's 7:35 puck drop. Edmonton sits first in the Eastern Conference, Penticton fourth in the West. And there's 4 games on tap in the NBA. 3 games live. The Pistons up 13-12 on the Hawks halfway through the first quarter. The Nets and Celtics are also underway in the first. Brooklyn up 10-4. While the Warriors trail by 7 against the Magic with 7 minutes left to go in the first half. And LeBron James will take warm-ups for the Lakers before making a decision to play in his first game of the season. James has missed the first 14 games of the year with a low back injury. And Milwaukee star Giannis Antetokounmpo will miss up to 2 weeks with a groin strain he suffered last night against the Cavaliers. The words of the day for the Edmonton Public Library up next on The Reid Wilkins Show. I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
Firehouse Subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hi there. If you're like me, you like to picture yourself in luxury, even though there's absolutely no way you could afford it. And if you can, well, even better. Thankfully, I picture myself in something that is luxury, but still absolutely affordable, like the all-new Mazda CX-90 from Park Mazda. With the new luxury features like facial recognition settings and quilted detail Napa leather seating, I can pretend to be comfortable with all of my proper settings activated without even touching a button, thanks to Mitch Lewicki and the great staff at Park Mazda. I like to picture Mitch Lewicki as a ninja fighting off evil samurai.
Park Mazda, your dealer for life in Sherwood Park off Y Road, parkmazda.ca.
Your brand deserves more than just a whisper, it deserves a buzz. At the Hive Product Marketing, they specialize in promotional products that bring the buzz. From eye-catching giveaways to unforgettable keepsakes, they got the perfect products to make your brand stand out and get noticed. Visit the Hive Product Marketing and let them create the buzz your business deserves. The Hive Product Marketing, the official merch partner of Edmonton Sports Talk. Visit them online at thehiveproductmarketing.com.
Looking for a winning strategy for your retirement? Contact me, Joaquin Gage at K4 Financial, where expertise meets dedication. I will always look for a careful approach to your retirement, ensuring your financial future is secure. From tailored strategies to clear, actionable advice, I'm here to guide you every step of the way. Don't leave your future to chance. Get in touch with me, Joaquin Gage, today at k4financial.ca or email joaquin.gage@k4financial.ca to start planning for a brighter future and a more secure retirement.
Hey Jay, how's it going, buddy?
Oh, good. Reid, how are you doing?
Yeah, doing very well. Who's doing the whole show at this speed?
Not bad.
Hey, where's this play tomorrow?
That might be an hour one yesterday.
Take down the Washington Capitals.
Couldn't stop talking so fast. I was so nervous.
Very fun. Oh my goodness, we do enjoy ourselves. Hey, thanks for getting us over 100 thumbs on YouTube. Thanks for checking out the show. You know, it was really important for us to be here today at Boston Pizza and Devon. They're a great partner of Edmonton Sports Talk.
Great partner.
Jay does a lot of Tom does a lot of shows, and Dustin too, oil stream shows at BP's around the city. We're out here in Devon. This has been awesome. They've been incredibly kind to us, very, very welcoming. We've had some good pizza, had some good laughs, met some good people. We got to feature some Devon athletes. We had the Stelters on as pizza sales are helping out the Ben Stelter Foundation for the next few weeks. So it's been, or for the next few days, it's been absolutely incredible. Our words of the day presented by Edmonton Public Library. Check out their Cooking for a Cause program. This allows private groups of up to 36 people to have an interactive cooking experience with a chef in the kitchen at the Stanley A. Milne Library, EPL.ca. Take out a book or two while you're there.
Hey, do it. Take out a book, eat a pizza. Life's good.
We've given you a perfect recipe for a good night.
We have.
Get a Boston Pizza, get a book from EPL.
Life's good.
Have a game on in the background. Have the cheer against the Leafs and the Flames.
Yes.
Like, what else do you need?
I think you're going to go 4 for 4.
Cool.
Dare I?
Okay.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, word of the day number 1, eccentric. Eccentric.
ECCENTRIC.
Correct.
And this means, I know what it means, but it's hard to define say what it means. Eccentric means sort of quirky and different, and perhaps
I'll give it to you.
Living.
I'll give it to you because the actual definition is eccentric usually describes people and things that deviate, so different, from conventional or accepted usage or behavior, especially in odd or whimsical ways.
Yeah, so quirky.
Quirky.
Yeah, I think I got it.
2 out of 2 there, boss.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not as dumb as I look.
Oh, nobody can look that dumb.
Thank you.
Is that right?
No one could be that dumb.
Shoot!
Yeah. Not as dumb as I look, and then you say it back to the person, well, no one could be that dumb.
Okay. One of these years,
I don't know why you struggle with that. I don't know either. You're so good with clips and remembering stuff, and yet that one, it's like I can't remember. What am I supposed to say?
Nobody can look that dumb.
I'm teeing you up to insult me. It's not like I'm making fun of you.
Okay, so it's nobody can look that dumb?
No, nobody could be that dumb. So someone says to you, I'm not as dumb as I look. And you can say, well, nobody could be that dumb.
Okay.
Saying you look pretty dumb.
I think I've got it now.
Yeah.
Second word of the day, writhe. Writhe.
W-R-I-T-H-E.
Ding, 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 ding.
This means to contort and wiggle, often in pain.
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
Ding, dong.
Ding me up, baby.
To writhe is to twist one's body from side to side. The word is often used when the body or a bodily part is twisting in pain.
4 out of 4. You called it. I called it.
That's just a good way to finish off a great
perfect.
day.
Everybody's happy. Everything's. What's the score in the Leafs game?
1-1, Reid. I've been watching it like a hawk.
Oh, that's fine.
Yeah, we'll take that.
Leafs got plenty of time to blow it, just like the Oilers. All right. Yeah, thanks again to everybody at Boston Pizza, Devon. Thanks to the town of Devon and John Milan High School for helping us book some of our guests as well. We had the Stelters on the show, Ethan Cadeaux from the Monumental Sports Network. He covers the Washington Capitals, Oilers, and Caps tomorrow. On behalf of the Coop and the Glue Guy, I'm Reid. Have a good evening.